It doesn't feel pity, or remorse, or fear, and it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead.
Jason. Ellis.
Red the Dragon, Night Danger, Canada, Uncircumcised, Philanthropy, Stupid Stuff, Supercross, Pain, Nipple, Machete, Fashion, A Scintillating Bloodbath, A Hellacious Fury, Evil, Cannabis, Interesting Thing, Awesome, Radio.
Gotta take it all the way. You better give me my temporary high stepper.
It's the Jason Ellis Show. Jason Ellis. Gary Pitched. Michael Tully. I thought I'd be trying from Andrew Bruce. I'm an idiot. Kevin Pratt.
Who would have thought eating a bowl of gum would pay off?
Mike Catherwood.
There's a gun in my head, Jason. I had to fuck.
And Will Pendarvis.
Fuck yeah.
I'm Will Pendarvis.
Awesome blown up.
This is the Jason Ellis Show.
You know, baby.
Hey, fuck you. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's great to be me, but it's not as great to be me as it's great to be Brendan Schaub. I can only assume. So I don't really want to have this voice anymore because it's weird.
It's creepy.
You're not supposed to be here yet.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Are you not intimidated?
It's just
Sure.
a little weird.
He's full crow-cop.
You guys are my friends.
The edge comes off after you fight people like that. Then you see me and you're like, yeah, super intimidating. You say you're an ex-professional skateboarder. Ooh. Yeah, no, edgy shit. Brendan Schaub. I don't know anything about it because I don't watch anything. I just see like little bloopy things and I'm like, you got a TV show.
Right?
And it's on HBO and I know HBO.
Showtime.
Sorry.
Showtime.
Shit.
How dare you?
They're both mega to me.
They're both good.
Yeah, they're both bigger than
Like
like...
either one you did.
I'm not going to say another one because I'll get that wrong too, but...
I never cared for HBO.
Well, wait, can I... Wait,
Game of
I have...
Thrones?
Okay, good. Because I was going to say, I can't...
Come on.
I'm not going to shit on HBO.
No, I can't trash HBO. I'm a Game of
You've got a
Thrones
mega
fan.
show. It's a mega network. There you go.
There we go.
To me, I'm like, ooh, and it goes blah, 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 because I'm like a dog. It's
All
just
the
like,
same.
I hear bacon. So I go, ooh, it sounds very big and very special. And I'm like, you're like a dude that got punched in the head a lot. You kind of sounded slow for a little bit, really. and I'm like, oh, cool, Brian Callen's going to fucking dingleberry your ass across the world. Well, that's really nice of him. And then I'm like, oh, look at you trying to be an actor like Brian Callen. Good luck. Oh, fuck, stand up. Fuck, man. Really good idea. Because you're super sharp and witty because of all your experience in football and MMA. But fucking fart on me, man, because you're sharp and you're funny and everybody loves you. And I mean, I
and a dime piece.
Everything I like it.
Bush with that.
I like everything about him too. The only thing I don't like about you is your shoes. And it's so close, which makes it so bad. Because I'm like, you got the worst one of that company. How? And you're just like, look at these, and I'm like, oh, every single one of them. Me and my wife laugh hysterically at your fucking boasting at them. He's like, boom! Look at these kabunions.
I got you the day, man.
He does shoot
for you. And
look at this! Look at this $1,500 bag of shite. Just fucking kabah.
Those Saint Laurent harness boots.
I don't know.
Saint Laurent, my Game of Thrones
harness boots.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just got hot.
Hot under the shit made you hot.
Yeah. Hey, steamy.
They're not your style, my man.
But at the same time, I know the shit that I wear is offensive to pretty much everybody, but I know I like it. So when I'm like, your shoes are fucking disgusting, I'm giving you props, kinda. Like, Conor McGregor will do it every now and then, because I'll wear shit when I'm like, god damn it, because I don't get happy either way. I'm like, fuck that, I got those. Yeah. And everyone's going to think I'm copying you. Or I'm like, whoa, why would you buy those? Because at one point you had like the sweetest watch on, and now you're like, look at these fucking sneakers and these fucking shoes. I'm like, Those are bunions, bro. Those are full bunions, and you're like, yeah, look at them, like, and, you know, like you zoom in on a Reebok, all white puffy shoe or something.
For some of it, it's like just because Gucci makes it doesn't mean you have to wear it. Like,
Right.
Some of them they go to Gucci like, oh, this is what people think is cool. I'm not that guy.
Yeah, because I'll go there and be all bummed out that they don't have anything that I want that time. You know, I don't just go and go, oh, fuck, I'll take that one because that's what you've got. Correct. Is that the logo that they're popping right now? Yep. I'm like, if it's got a wolf on it, I'm like, oh! Or they're like, sorry, we sold the wolf on it. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm gone. But we have this fucking baby with a puppy.
And you're not going to buy it just because it's Gucci.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I need the one that makes sense.
Correct. That's got to be disappointing, too, if you're making the commitment to go to Gucci. Like, I'm going to spend that money today.
I've seen it for 6 months. The snake shoe, low top, went in there, and they were like, yes, Mr. Ellis, here you go. Oh, we don't have it in your size. And I'm like, so can you get it from another store? No, that's it. That's the end.
With the red snake?
Yeah, they don't make them anymore. I'm like, what? And because those kind of companies will do that. They'll just be like, yeah, we don't run that.
Not in his size and just cram his foot into it.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
A small Asian girl. I will do that.
I did it in skateboard days. In skateboard days, if there was a shoe that came out before it came out, it was only in a size 9, and I would just take the inner sole out and shove my fucking foot in there.
Bro, I just did that with a pair of Jordan 1s. The original.
Wait, you do it now?
Well, there's only a 12 left. And I'm like, you know what? I can take the insoles out and rock these. And I did that the other day.
For how long?
For a day, and it was a bad idea.
A whole day?
A whole day. My foot was hurting. It's a bad
you're
day.
an idiot.
I know.
But you enjoyed it. That's why. But see, I don't care about the original Jordans as much as you do.
I know.
That's why it would. There is I don't know a shoe anymore, but there for sure would be a shoe out there. It's like, Ellis, it doesn't fit. I'm like, yeah, but fuck.
You know, like back in the day when you were a kid, you know, I couldn't afford them.
No, dude, I did demos in shoes that didn't fit me back in the day, but that was. The enthusiasm is gone. But, I mean, how do you have the... Because that's the thing I find that from doing this all the time and talking to everybody, sometimes the enthusiasm of... if you're not these giant fucking boulders of fucking look at me, asshole, and then I'm interviewing somebody else, if it's every day, I don't know if I'm in it as much as I was in it at the start.
Yeah, I hear you. How you say, like,
because you do it
about things? Yeah,
because I feel like you're in the... When TV happens and then you do the podcasting and then you're doing stand-up, it doesn't stop. And that always made it tiring to me.
I think you got to be careful what you wish for. I've always wanted my own shows. I've had a vision of this show, and I've always wanted to do stand-up, and now I'm doing it on tour, and I've all these dates coming out, these sold-out dates, and then I have the 2 podcasts. Be careful what you wish for.
Right, because that's a lot. That is a fucking lot, dude.
Especially with this below-the-belt show. It's not like... I'm just a guy that comes in and they're like, oh, here's your lines. Like, I'm writing this show. I'm putting bits together. We're doing all this stuff. It's a lot of work, man. It's a good thing. But I mean, you guys know how it is in entertainment. Be careful what you wish for, man.
Yeah.
That's why those gigs like a show like Kelly Ripa has, or like Access Hollywood, or that's why those are such a gift from God, because you don't do any prep. You show up, put on some clothes that they pick out for you.
Be yourself.
And then you read stuff.
So do you fly around the country going to meet these people, or do they come to you?
Just depends. That's the thing. That, the show it kind of has that little bit of a late night comedy variety show vibe with we have the desk, we have all that, but we're doing bits like I was with Frank Yeager in New Jersey, then I'm with Deontay Wilder in New York, and then I'm all over. Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua. There's all these guys, man. So
it's all like mainstream sport guys.
Somewhat, but also, we're going to do some stuff with guys that you don't know about, who you should know about.
Like what kind of... You mean...
I would do like a guy...
Other sports, you mean? Or other athletes you don't know?
I would do other sports, though, for sure. But it's obviously fight-specific and Hollywood-specific, but I would do other sports 100%.
Wait, it's not footballers and shit?
No.
Oh.
No, not at all. It's more like, boxing, UFC, Bellator, and pop culture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you get into any specific separate martial arts, like a BJJ guy or a Muay Thai?
No. We're trying to do well in the ratings.
Gotcha. I hear that.
Yeah, that stuff's boring to me.
I like watching Muay Thai fights.
It's like a show, right now with boxing, MMA, stuff like that. There's really no show out there that's fun. Like we've seen and I'm not gonna name networks, but we've seen all those fight shows. We know how hard it is to get to the octagon. We know how many rounds they've sparred, how they're gonna win their next fight. So I was just like, I don't want to see that stuff, man. There has to be some way to make this more fun, exciting, and that's what we're attempting to do.
It's not a bad angle.
And
I mean,
Showtime
athletes are not very good at talking.
You were making the joke about HBO and all that, but Showtime for combat sports is way bigger than HBO. That's the
Does Showtime
boxing is.
Does that mean? Can you say fuck on your show?
I can cuss on my show, yes.
Do you?
I haven't yet.
Can you say tits on your show?
I say balls deep.
That's like one of your things I've
Yeah,
noticed
they haven't
lately.
flagged that. I literally had to sit down with them.
Because you're balls deep in all the time, and they're like,
yeah, I guess.
do you have to? But that's you're like,
I'm like, come on.
it's one of my things.
If I'm really into something, I say
Yeah.
balls deep.
Right.
I guess, man.
I mean, it doesn't mean you're always trying to go have sex with people. It means
No,
you're like
it's
super enthusiastic about things you're doing. It's a metaphor, motherfucker.
You know what
Queer Street doesn't mean I'm blowing dudes. I mean, I am, but that's different. I had to get in there before somebody else did. Fucking bunch of comedians ready to go for me.
They've been cool with everything. You know, like my podcast, I can say some, you know, nothing out of line or anything like that, but I definitely voice my opinion. I'm not
Oh,
touching
wait,
that.
you
I'm not touching
can't-
that.
But if you got like super edgy on your podcast, they would be like, "Hey, what?" So they're watching everything you do.
No, I mean the podcast I've had, you know, the Big Brown Breakdown. We're just we're labeling it below the belt, so it's all in kind of so people aren't looking all over the place for the same show. You know?
Oh,
But
okay.
I still own everything. So
Okay.
it's my show, you know, but nothing changes. Nothing changes.
I thought you meant like you can't talk about certain things you've done. I guess you're not really that risky. You don't have like weird secrets, right?
No.
I mean, going out with Rhonda and you kept that a secret for like, didn't you like keep that a secret for a bunch of years?
For a while, yes.
Like even to people that were like your friends and shit.
No, my friends knew.
I mean, I wasn't really your friend because I think he was hiding
At
it from
the
me at
time.
one point. 'Cause I guess
I didn't wanna
I
come
could
on-
see it because he'd say to me, I'd be like, "Whoa, fucking
Yeah,
man, man, yeah."
It's not exactly like
Yeah, but you know what? He did fucking tell me off the radio, and then I had to fucking keep it a secret because that's my fucking.
Because you're a good man.
Yeah.
I trust you.
It is tough when you're in radio.
That's all I've got. That wasn't even. I've had giant ones from Benji Madden and shit where I was
Oh,
like,
I'm
I could just
sure.
say that, and I'd be like, but I'm, you know what? After a couple of things that, I mean, Dingo drinking with the president, I actually have realized that all those things I could have said probably would have ruined a relationship, and nobody would have heard it.
I've slipped.
Nobody
up.
cares.
I've slipped up before. My agent told me a fact about this big movie, and we were just like having dinner, like joking around, and
Yeah.
I'm super into this movie, and he told me something. I'm like, oh, cool, man, and you know, you have so much content to produce. I was
Yeah.
on the show with Rogan, and I was like, oh, you know this, and then the next day it was on all these. Brendan Schaub, who's friends with this guy, announces this. I was like, oh, no.
wow.
And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh man.
Yeah, well, I mean, that you said it on the Joe Rogan show. You kind of.
Well, and also it's in the world of like comic books and sci-fi. That crowd does not fuck around. when it
I
comes
messed
to
up. I messed up.
Spoiler alerts.
Oh,
Something
okay.
leaks, it spreads.
Oh, okay. I totally would have fucked that one up then because I don't understand how they all work.
Yeah,
Just
I
nobody
didn't
tells
think
me
anything
anything.
of it, yeah, just you know.
Somebody told me about some celebrity doing something wrong, and I talked about it on my podcast, and nobody's talked about it yet, so I might have just said that for no reason. I didn't say, I know for a fact, I just said someone told me.
I had a guy, I had this guy who was cutting my hair, told me some stuff that was, you know, in the underworld pretty dark, and I didn't even reference him. I didn't say his name. I just said it, and then he freaked out. I was like, yeah, I'm in a little bit of trouble because I told you that. They know where I work.
Oh, my
family's in
God.
jeopardy. I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, wait, because you talked about it. Oh, dude, okay,
You
that's...
just sit there and you blab all day. Like,
Yeah.
I promised somebody I wouldn't tell them that they told me that Willow Smith was in rehab. It's tough, you know. You just got that up there, and you got to go in and. You gotta walk the line.
Sometimes that happens.
Oh,
It's
man.
funny you brought that up, but I've bit my tongue a bunch of times. You know, like starting the sentence because I've been on the air. You forget you're on the air with stuff like AA meetings of recovery because that is, you know, it's right there in the name, anonymous. And I'll be like, dude. So last night I was like, oh whoa, I can't say that on the air.
But sometimes, too, especially on a podcast or on this show, you'll just be talking, you're having a conversation, but people can take clips out of it. So you're trying to make a point, but they will take those clips and...
Oh, no, but you've got to be, like, successful to do that. Nobody twists our words. I think you're off the radar when you when you say flat out shit that is worse than anybody can twist your words. You're just off the fucking radar now. It's just like
You're just like, he says crazy stuff.
yeah, because that's you know what I mean. I wouldn't say I'm embracing it yet, but man, I'm fucking used to it. It's just like, oh wow, everybody's listening to you. That's, oh my god, sorry, I gotta go. I'm like, yeah.
I'll forget. I gotta get better at that. I'll forget.
You're in the clear.
Brian and I have been having a conversation. I'll be talking something about on my podcast, just talking to my producer, and I forget people are listening. And I wake up and like, why would you say that? I'm like, oh my god.
It's a weird thing to forget people are listening.
I know.
Did your lady ever get on your case? Either of you guys?
What did I do? No?
No, I'm just
Wait,
saying,
get on my case for what?
For saying something on the air, because I've had that problem.
Oh, no, I don't have, I have a different relationship, so I don't really understand how that would be humanly possible.
Wow, wow.
Unless it was like, hey guys, between everybody listening to radio, I don't like my wife anymore. I think that might get me in trouble, but
as far as
but don't tell her. Like,
Don't tell my wife, but I've got another one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I've got 5 more. There you go.
Mine would be more just stuff that I would never care if people knew that about me, but my wife definitely cares if people know that about me.
Yeah, but my wife is like me.
I gotta stay away from that. I really don't talk, but she also knows that I'm just talking on there. It's nothing serious.
Well, does she listen? Would she?
She doesn't listen.
Okay, right. Because it's
you don't want them to listen.
No, last night I was posting my show and I was just happened to be checking some of the audio and I was telling the guest that my wife is pregnant and my wife walked in the room and I felt weird for her to hear me talking about her being pregnant. You know what I mean? I kind of.
Man, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
thank
cool.
you. But I kind of like living in that world where they don't care and it's just understood you're not going to say anything that would embarrass them, so don't bother listening.
I used to be married to a normal person, and it was always. I was in trouble all the time.
Yeah.
That was, because, listen to me. And then that person was like a normal person who was like trying to say that she was married to me. So, and then there were people that listened to the show that were friends of hers that would tell her a second-hand story that was not that would not paint me out to be that cool. And I'm like, man, these are listeners and your friends, and they're making me sound bad.
Yeah.
Like, there was some serious nightmares. There was people even getting in trouble at Vegas walking across the street, and people were like, I don't know, it's like, Ellis, shots to the face, or just some fucking stupid thing that I've said, and she would be like, shots to the face, huh? Like, shots to the face. Like, just, that's your thing?
Come on.
And I'm like, yeah. Like, all the time, fuck.
When I
don't
first
know.
started dating my girl, sometimes trolls be like, oh, Brendan did this, or I saw him here with this girl.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Come on. She'd get upset about it. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's Instagram. What are you talking about? You can't take it this.
No, my ex-wife, it was always problems.
So-
Always problems.
See, I feel like you adapt to it, or you find somebody else that sees it in a different light. Because really, it's not a bad thing. It's a very exciting thing. Like everybody's paying attention and making up shit about you. You're on. Your pants are on fire right now. You're looking at it all wrong. It's like, this chick's saying this about me, or this saying. I when I was younger and I would stress about that, or with my ex-wife, there's nothing wrong with her. For sure, it's all my fault, but we weren't supposed to be. You weren't supposed to go out with a guy who talks about his life so openly. That's just the bottom line. It doesn't make me a bad person. Doesn't make her a bad person. It's just like me and Katie, two different people. Katie and Andrea are two different people. I do shit on the radio. I could say anything I want on the radio. Katie knows for sure, and that is one of the big differences. Is I'm going home to her. I'm not doing anything behind her back, and she believes it in her heart.
She knows what she signed up for.
And I don't think Andrea did. And I also don't blame her, because I don't think I gave her any reason to believe in me. I gave Katie a reason. You know what I mean?
Owning it, son. What do you guys think of posting like personal stuff, family stuff, pictures, kids, stuff like that?
I do it all the time.
I just make sure I check with the wife first. But
Really?
I'm pretty cool. I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just go sign you too.
I've seen you post your kid.
My son, it's very rare though. I
Right.
do, but it's very rare. Some people, a lot of my friends who are in comedy and way more famous than I am, they're like, do not post, personal stuff.
Why's that?
There's creeps out there, stuff like that.
But what? Like, there are creeps out there. Like, I know for a fact, because my wife sells children's clothing. I still don't know what the ultimate angle is on this, but there are people who will get a bunch of pictures of somebody else's kid and then start an account and basically claim it's their own kid and have people go, oh, what? But, okay, that's creepy. That's fucking bizarre.
They need help,
but they don't know where that kid actually lives. Like, they're not actually going to
They
take
could
that
they
kid.
could figure it out.
They could figure it out, but that doesn't seem to be that particular game. For me, I just kind of limit it to if it's really fucking funny. Especially my kid, the way he looks changes
For sure.
all the time. I wouldn't just do it to be like to get likes.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about creeps or compromising the safety of my family. I'm reluctant sometimes to post just because I feel like it's tasteless. I mean, it's my account, and I'm kind of like talking about it on the air, where certain stuff, where it's everyday life stuff, I don't mind. If my daughter is playing at the park and I snap a picture that's just funny, I'll post that. Anything that's too personal, even if it's not risque, just personal between my wife or my daughter and I think, this wasn't their choice, and this is their life, and I'm kind of just broadcasting, and I want to make sure that I never cross that line, that I keep their privacy in their life. Just because I chose to be an asshole who talks on the air and has a bunch of followers that aren't really my friends, doesn't mean that they are necessarily signing up for that too. So I just try to be aware of that barrier.
Yeah, I might be a bad parent, but then again,
Why do you say that?
I mean, my daughter's 12. She doesn't have a phone anymore because she's on the verge of going to another school if her grades don't go up, which immediately went up, which is kind of cool because I know she doesn't have the germ that I have, which is fucking being a stupid bastard. She has the ability, because I remember having that threat and going, okay, and
You know
no,
what to do.
fucking
You
no.
can't fix it. So you took the phone 'cause she had low grades, and her grades went.
Yeah, instantly. And then the other one was, we're going to take you out of that school if you don't get them all up, and then and don't talk about, behave. I don't want to one more report and it's over for you, because she's got a social life there, and that's the thing that weighs over her. It means so much that I can get her to get her grades up for a phone and her social
12?
life. Yeah, she's about to be 13.
It's a different animal now with social media.
I know, but look, I got a therapist. It's like, dude, that's a drug. Like they're on
100%.
drugs.
The dopamine
You're putting
would give
kids
it
on
back
drugs.
email. Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
what it is.
And I was like, I mean, I think, because I've talked about it. It's boring, but
I have to
the
catch
kids.
myself.
She
man.
was
I
the
have to catch
last.
myself.
She was the last person in the whole school of her age that didn't have a phone, and that one of her friends was going to buy her one. And I was like, this is fucking crazy.
What do you do?
I gave her my one because I had to. I was like, but I didn't have to. I should have been a prick.
No,
Because I took it
disagree.
from her now, and
Nope.
she does not like me right now. Like, every time I drop her off, she tries to, like, vibe me, like, you're cool. I'm like, I know.
Typical stuff.
Yeah, but but I also feel like when we're home, the other thing is Tiger was playing video games a lot, and I've taken them both off it, and they're both super pouty about it. But I make them do like circuit training in my backyard, and we hit pads and wrestle, and
Nice.
Can't they
sometimes
meet there's a middle ground.
it's
though.
well. I also want to add, it's way harder work. They're way more temperamental right now because they're not getting the phone and the video game. So when the circuit training is a little too rough, there can be crazy emotional outbursts that I know both of them don't usually do. There's, can you clean your room? No, I won't. Talk them back because they're fucking stinging for their, like, I'm in the middle of getting my children to get their dopamine levels back to a normal thing from video games and phones.
There's a balance there. Like I know a lot. Some
Yeah, do you know what the
parents-
balance is? From what I've been told from a professional, is 1 hour, 2 days a week, and an hour and a half on the weekends.
How old is that person? Who
The
told
person
you
that told me that?
Yes.
Like
Once
50?
years old. Yeah, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. You never dealt in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, he's 50 and he's never dealt in this world?
No, with social media and phones. No, he has not.
Well, he's
a
on
therapist.
he's on social, but it's scientifically proven what it's doing to their brains. So I don't care if it's a phone or a video
I
game.
agree, but that's just.
I don't want them addicted to shit until they can get addicted to shit. You get when you're 18, go ahead, get addicted, and then I'll go take you to
That's
rehab
not
or whatever.
realistic, though, is it? I
Yeah,
mean,
it is. It is. I can be a fucking asshole parent, and you
could.
cannot have video game. I'm
could.
not saying you're not
You
having them at all.
die.
My therapist was like, you can't, because I was like, what about if I cut them out completely? He's like, you can't do that because society, everyone's involved in it. So do it like this. You know what I mean? Give them to them a little bit. It's a
Addiction.
no, they give it to him like it's
Reward.
a reward. Yeah, like, here, you get to use this for a little bit. You don't just get to sit on it all the time.
Agree with that.
And the thing that you think, like, the future, sure, the future, everyone's growing and they're using their phones. The future is, if you fucking use your finger like it looks like a gun, you can be in trouble for it. That doesn't make it right what the future's doing. I grew up where I went outside, and I got a creative mind because of that. And I firmly believe, I don't need any scientists or therapists to tell me, that if you look at phones all the time, you lose your creative skills.
Agree 100%.
So I want my kids to be more creative. If they want to get addicted to phones, like I said, when they're in their 20s and shit and they want to fart on their fucking creative brain, go ahead. But not under my roof while I feed you and take you to school and put up with all your bullshit. You're not going to use the phone all the time. You're not going to play video games all the time until you're older, and you can show that you're a responsible
I agree with you 100%.
human.
I'm not saying I'm not saying they should have their phones all the time. I'm just saying that there's going to be some sort of windows every day where they can use them.
I know, but in my experience, if you give them too much, the dopamine kicks in, and then they get the antsy fucking bitch thing.
Yeah.
If you give it
That
to them,
happens to me.
it's kind of like if a dude who drinks a lot. If you say, hey,
Have a couple shots.
just you can have a glass of wine two times a week, and you can have 2 glasses of wine on the weekend. Often, a lot of guys, people like me, I'll stop because that's not what I drink for. I drink to get fucking hammered.
Right.
And if I'm gonna have 1 fucking glass of wine, it's not gonna do it for me.
Yeah.
See, if you're like me, I've definitely made those deals in the past. I was like, I'm only going to drink on weekends, no more hard stuff, beer and wine only.
Yeah.
And in like 3 weeks, I'm in an alley getting cracked.
Yeah, that's never happened to me. Kevin.
This might be where the
Goddamn, bro.
analogy breaks down for society.
One
at large.
Corona and they smoking crack in the alley. Goddamn.
Well, he's sober for a reason.
Brendan, I would ask you what the difference is if it's like the 1960s and every kid starts smoking when they're 13 years old, and your kid does too, but you're one of the first people that got the message that this will fucking kill you. Do you just say, well, sorry, 50-year-old man who's telling me my kids can't smoke, that's not realistic?
No, I hear you. I mean, I wouldn't say the phones. I do think the phones and the dopamine, it's an addiction for sure. Because even I struggle. Sometimes I'm on my phone and go, what am I doing, man? What the hell am I doing?
Yeah, and we have a bullshit excuse.
And I put it away. You know, I'll put it. Yeah, you say it's work or whatever, right?
Yeah,
So,
because you and I both I
Correct.
do it, but I know I wonder if anybody would listen to the show if I didn't say check out the show tomorrow.
I know, man.
I'm pretty sure I'd be okay.
But I think with technology, it's a little different because, I mean, look at comedians, for example, who don't have a podcast or don't have social media. They don't have any of that access. A lot of them, it's tough to sell tickets.
Wow.
So do you want your kid, because it's always going to be part of our lives. Some form or another, technology your son's going to have to adapt it, or your daughter. So if you just leave them out of the loop, and then when they're 21, like, what?
Yeah, but that's what he
There's
said.
A weird kid from Blast in the Past.
He said you can't. He said, because I said that as soon as I realized, because I don't pay attention to that stuff, but as soon as I was told by somebody I really trust, who I know is one of the smartest people I trust to, if not the smartest person I trust, told me all that, I'm like, okay, well, I don't want them to be to start practicing an addictive personality at such a young age. If I have control over that, I will nullify it. And he's like, you can't, like you're saying, you can't cut them out completely. No. So I feel like there is there is a balance, but I would be, for me, from what I've seen what it's done, I lean more, and I'm a wild dude. I'm like freedom. If I feel like sometimes in school, I told the fucking principal the other day, like, you're wrong in my opinion, and I'm not telling my kid that he's in the wrong for what you told him he's wrong for. Yeah. So I'm not like we all need to go by the book. But when I heard all that, I feel like I lean on the stricter side, because I feel like when I go lenient is when they get off the rails. Like I just, it's like you see it in an hour. You know what I mean? Like I get instant feedback. I'm not getting like I'm not reading this from a book. I've got 2 of them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I know.
And I'm pushing them. I'm seeing what they're doing, and I'm seeing their reactions as an addict.
Yeah.
It's fucking staring at me in the face, like he's turning around and going, no, no, no. And I'm like, you're not. That's not how you are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that. You know who that reminds me of?
That's scary.
That's Jason when Jason doesn't get his drugs.
That's scary.
It's gonna pay off. I don't know. I mean, it's gotta suck because the gratification is so delayed. But I remember being 16 and fucking hating my mom because she grew up in a horrible existence in the ghetto, had nothing, and she was so over the top strict in making sure that she restricted me of any type of fun. I mean, which in turn I acted out and got into every drug possible. But I was so angry at her, and then looking back on it now, I have such a such a much closer relationship with my mom because of it.
So I don't. You think your mom being strict made you be a heroin addict?
No,
Didn't help.
it didn't help, but
Rebelled.
it's
Kind of like when
it's-
Mormons go into porn or whatever.
Right.
No, it was
they go wild.
I mean, look, she struggled with addiction herself, and her
Right.
father. And
Well, that might have a lot to do with it too, which is why I've also talked to my ex-wife about it. I have never just said this is the way it's going to be. I've been on the radio questioning my fucking whole theory on all of it because I feel like to just say this is the way it is. One guy told me, then that's the way it's going to be. I question all of it.
You're
know what I mean?
trying, though. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
That's the
everybody
thing.
says that, but I still, you know what I mean?
kids aren't. They're not. They're gonna resent it now, but eventually, whether it's in 10 years or 20, they're gonna look back on it and say, "My dad cared."
But what?
Or they're
Yeah,
gonna hate you.
yeah. But what I was gonna say, it sounds like your mum was addicted, had an addiction problem, so she stressed on you more because she was worried about it. And I feel like I do that. I feel like when you just said that, I'm like, I feel like I sweat my kids more. When my therapist tells me that they might be addicted to video games and phones, I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm like, hey guys,
Addiction.
yeah, because I feel like the worst thing that I gave them is half my blood when it comes to addiction and shit like
Unless they're addicted to something that's positive. Like when you say, when we were kids, we were outside. Me too, man. My parents had to yell at me to come in the house. Football, basketball, soccer, baseball, you name it.
Fucking sticks in the dirt, man.
Dodgeball.
Just running around like a dickhead.
Smear the Queer. Bad name. these
I missed.
days, but it was fun
Wait,
game.
what was that?
Smear the Queer?
What is that?
It's like distorted rugby. You just
Yeah. It's
The
a terrible
guy-
name. I didn't come up with
You
the
would
name.
slaughter homosexuals in the schoolyard.
Brendan loved it.
Made him the podcaster he is today.
It's like rugby. You have to get across the finish line. It's like everyone against, the one guy who has the ball. It's a fun time. Or
the guy
500.
The guy who had the ball. It's everyone versus him.
Oh.
The ball squirts out because he gets dogpiled. and
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. It was like rugby. It was a
think
great game. But we were playing outside nonstop. So my passion or addiction was sports. So
Yeah.
maybe you can channel them towards that or
Well,
something.
that's. I don't think I haven't tried that one. I push him
I'm
on. I
sure.
push him
I'm
on.
just-
I'm like, hey, look at this. Try this. Try
the
that.
video games are so goddamn good. What are you gonna do?
That's
I know.
It's realistic.
Yeah, and when you do all the other things that you do, all the things that I've tried. My daughter, I gave her a motorbike. Didn't want a motorbike. Got her a 4-wheeler. Didn't want a 4-wheeler. Buggies. Everything like
She like
cricket.
a tomboy,
Fucking
or?
no. She hates all of it. It's the singing lessons. I got her down to singing lessons. She'll do singing lessons. She does it. She recorded a song the other day. I'm like, this is amazing. I can't believe you're this good. Yeah, thanks. I'm like, you don't care about it? Yeah.
Well, I saw Christina
I'm like-
Aguilera on Instagram.
I'm like, I feel like she won't. I feel like she might be excited about it to somebody else.
Dude, she's a
No,
12-year-old.
Yeah, she's about to be
12-year-old
13.
girl.
yeah, but here's the problem.
She
Mike.
doesn't emote. She's not going to show her dad like, "You're right, Dad. I'm enthusiastic
It's
and happy
pretty
about
cool.
something."
I would at 12, but the problem is for them now. When I was growing up, there was no social media or anything. I didn't have to compare myself or what I had to anybody else.
I know.
Or just around my neighborhood.
So
I'd
you're
be like-
spot on,
I'd be like,
dude.
Hold on. Billy has a 3-wheeler. That thing is sick.
Dude, you're
Mine's kind of shitty.
I swear, you're so spot on
And
because
now
I feel
they're
like
comparing Kylie Kardashian.
Right, you sing-
Look what she has.
Right.
And well, how about this girl? She's 14. Look her singing in
right.
Australia.
She's been singing for like a couple months, and then she sees the video where it's like, because I know Tiger's been that way when he sees videos of kids that are his age that are doing 900s. He's like, wait,
when before it was
I'm not
like,
that good at skateboarding.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I didn't know when we.
Doesn't help them.
You're not
I'm
supposed
raised
to.
an adult.
I have to keep telling both of them that it doesn't. You can't. It doesn't have. You don't have to be good.
No, don't compare yourself to these other people. Just because you can't do that right now doesn't matter.
That's hard. It's a hard lesson to learn. I'm that way. I
can't
mean, the
do
other
it.
day I had this like crippling kind of depression because Rihanna turned 30.
Wait,
I'm like,
you
come on,
you
bro.
did?
I'm like,
Man, you
she's
keep. You know
30.
what? Yeah, that's another one. He did it last week.
What?
He says these things where I'm forever changed my mind about his fucking. No, you.
I think
No.
we all remember where we were when Rihanna turned 30.
No,
Yeah,
he
and he
did
said,
that,
did he
like,
say something about Christina Aguilera last week? Where Christina Aguilera's song really moved you or some shit?
I said that's
Genie
a good
in a
song.
Bottle was
All
a
I
good
said
song.
was that's a good
Yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
No. I said what if
Yeah,
wants
no,
a good song.
okay, well, fucking that changes everything. I feel different about you completely now.
That's
He is. Wait.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
not mad
you.
at him.
He buys $2,000 piles of shit
I also
and
work-
brags about
I
it.
work for E as well, so I gotta know this stuff.
No idea what's good.
I'm not all invested in Rihanna.
I thought Nickelback
simply-
was a great band the last time I
There you go.
Whoa.
There you go.
Whoa.
There you go. You guys. You guys are all hanging out.
Nickelback?
Nickelback's not good.
What would you know, Christina Aguilera?
Right? Get him, Jay.
I said,
Well, I won't give fuck you, fucking Aguilera. Nickelback, I mean!
Hey, my trainer was at a...
Wait, who told you when did you come to the conclusion that Nickelback wasn't good?
I'm still not convinced.
That's impossible. That's impossible.
You love this.
That's impossible. No.
How about my trainer, Glenn from Boxenburn, was at a karaoke, and there's this guy singing. He's really good. And like, who the hell is that? And it was the lead singer of Nickelback singing his own song.
No, he wasn't.
I swear.
No, he wasn't.
I promise you.
No.
I promise you. And he goes,
Wait, and you still undecided on whether Nickelback sucks or not,
I didn't
and
say
you
he's not
saw that.
cool. They said he was amazing in that bar.
But he said
This is how you remind
Sounded
me.
just like
No.
a real guy.
Yeah, and they're like,
Right.
damn, he's good. Can you do this one? And he looked down and goes, I only cover my songs.
I don't believe any of this shit. He's
I
making
promise.
this shit
I
up.
swear to God, I'm not
This is
making
one of
this
those things where he's going to get in trouble in the morning by his manager. This is not
Not by
true.
Nickelback.
No,
What are they going to do?
Kroger's gonna come get you.
He's a powerful man.
Nickelback, yeah, Kruger could do a lot.
Yeah, I think Chad Kroeger is like an all-time tool, and I still don't believe this story.
Right?
Well, I can't make that up. I didn't.
Are you sure it might have been somebody that really looked like Chad Kroger and was pretending to be Chad Kroger? Because
Promise.
no, wait. How did you get confirmation by saying, "Hey,
A poodle?
Chad Kroger"?
Sure isn't Chad Kroger look like?
Come on, really?
I wouldn't make this up. He doesn't even know that I'm a fan of Nickelback.
Did
He
you
goes,
go up?
He goes, you wouldn't believe this last night. We were at this bar in Santa Monica. I can text him right now. He's like, we're at this bar in Santa Monica, and we saw the lead singer of Nickelback. I go, what? And he goes, yeah, it was karaoke. He was singing. And he goes, people were kind of making fun of him, but he was really good. And I went up to him, like, hey, man, you should do this. And he was like, I only do my songs.
Okay, so you weren't there.
No, I was not there.
So this
There's no reason to lie to me. We're getting ready to work out.
Yeah, but he might not know the. It doesn't it make more sense that a guy that really wants you to think he's
I've
Nickelback?
known him forever.
You've known your trainer forever. I've got a trainer I've known forever, and he's a boxing trainer. They're not very smart.
This is where I don't want to get in trouble. He was with a famous singer that everyone here would know, who was like, oh my God, can you believe that guy's doing this?
Frank Stallone.
Take you back. No, that's Avril Lavigne, right?
Off air, I'll tell you who it is.
Come on.
I don't want to get in trouble, blow this guy's spot. He
I
just
thought
once
you.
with this guy.
Oh my Nickelback God, dude!
Can we just admit
I
that
know who it
Nickelback
was.
rocks?
Can you just say you can't? You're gonna save Nickelback right now?
No, I'm not.
He's a cheater, and you're gonna save that? I don't know. Who'd you say? Who was it?
What do you mean he's a
The
cheater?
girl. The girl.
It's not a girl.
He was with a guy.
Yes.
So you're
Boxing
wait. You're
trainer,
saying the
singer.
singer of Nickelback was with another dude
No,
singing
no,
his
no,
own
no,
song?
My
Brendan's
trainer
trainer
was
buddy.
with his friend who he trains, who's a high-level musician.
Oh.
Josh Todd from Buckcherry.
I don't know them.
Who's that singer that boxes?
I don't need to know that. That's not important to me. I'm not trying to fry
It's not
somebody.
going to validate the story
No,
anymore. Unless next time he's there, I have him take a picture for us.
I'm just.
He thought it was so ridiculous. He's like, listen to this. I'm like, what?
Oh, you heard it.
Yeah, he told me this. I didn't see it with my own eyes.
Why on earth would he do that?
Because he's awesome and has millions of dollars and has nothing to do, so he goes to the bar to get the ladies.
Oh, you want to fucking
You have a
pre-
brain buster?
Do you want to play?
I think that's the only way Chad Kroeger could blow it at a bar is by singing his own song in Santa Monica.
Or they're like, holy shit, he is really good. And then all the girls line up.
No, you're
is
not
this?
that stupid.
Who is this?
You don't really believe that. He's fucking with us. This is a fucking assholes. God damn it.
The Krogs.
The Grogs, how dare you? He sold so many records, though.
Oh, here we go.
We've been through
Records.
this, I know,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Yeah,
get
man.
you.
Taco Bell sold so many tacos too.
That's not a bad product.
All
If
right,
you're getting fast food, if you're listening to fast food music, Nickelback's not awful.
Check out Brendan Schaub.
Hey, you like Christina Aguilera?
I did.
Who?
I said I want.
Ricky got a TV show. He can't even speak English. It's fucking crazy.
I said one song's good.
Full on brain damage.
What's her name? Christina Aguilera.
Yes.
Oh,
And you're.
my bad. My bad. I don't know who she is.
Did you say you have a show on E as well?
I work the Oscars and the Grammys for you.
I mean, Christina Aguilera could show up to it.
Not the Oscars, the Grammys maybe.
Right, and then if she
Which
does,
I've already worked.
and-
Which
and-
I've already worked.
right,
She
and-
wasn't there.
And if she is there, will you just say, "Hey, Christina," and you'll leave the other thing out?
Probably.
Not be a bad idea.
So, or the someone else to do it, and I'll just chime in.
That's what I do when
Yeah.
people
You're
got
not
tricky
gross.
names.
Or do they have somebody who like whispers in your ear? Her name's Christina Aguilera. She's one of the most famous singers in the entire world.
No, they have to go. They go Aguilera.
Aguilera, yeah.
No, I've had people write down how to read somebody's name because they know I can't read.
Sometimes it's tough.
Yeah.
Especially some of the fighters, some
Yeah,
of those Russian
fuck
guys.
that.
They're like, come on, bro, you don't know that name? I'm like, No, I've never seen that in my life. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
What do you do?
commentator,
What
like
do you do?
commentator. I couldn't tell you what I do.
When you get that name that you can't say, what do you do?
I'll listen to someone like Rogan or John Anik say it, and then if I hear it, I'm good. But if I just look at it, I'm like, no way, man.
I know, right? It is funny as soon as somebody says it. But it has to be the right way. Because that's the other thing I've noticed. People in UFC, every now and then, new guy on there, don't like the new guy, whoever that guy is replacing in some other country.
Jimmy Smith?
No. Not the other guy, the coloured guy. The guy that isn't an MMA guy. There was some spoon in Australia. He was terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they don't. There's certain people, because it seems like the UFC had everybody, and there was even fighters that were as good as the announcers they had in the first place, sometimes better. And then I'm like, cool, they got all these dudes, and then there's this dude in Australia. I'm like, wow, everybody must be busy this weekend because it's the dude from Bellator and some other guy, just new.
Was he an American or was he?
Yeah, he's an American.
He's American, yeah. But I don't think he has a background in mixed
No.
martial arts. I've never seen him. His name's Brendan, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who he is though. I didn't think he was bad.
Yeah, I think I'm just used to. They're really good.
Some of the fighters
Everybody's
are-
usually really good. I'm usually very impressed.
Some of the fighters are exceptionally good at
Yeah,
broadcasting.
DC. Like I think DC, ever since he got kicked in the head by Jones, is not as good as he used to be.
Really, I think DC's the best.
Really?
Out of all the fighters,
What about
DC's
Dominic?
by far.
I
the
see. I
best.
thought Dominic was
Dominic's-
the best.
I think he talks too much.
I like it.
I think DC's the best.
I like his
He's
striking.
pretty good.
I like
He's
his
pretty
striking
good.
info.
I think
DC stutters too much and gets things wrong because he's got brain damage,
No.
like your boy over here,
No.
Ugilera.
No. Cruz. Cruz has more fights than DC, man.
Yeah, but he's.
I think DC's leaps and bounds better than all those guys because he's natural, man. He's actually fun. Those
He has
other
a good
guys are very
personality.
robotic, and it's very.
Who else is in there? There's lots of people now.
Well, if you go to like when they do the desk shit, Bisbing holds his own.
Bisbing's amazing.
Woodley does stuff.
Yeah,
and,
Woodley.
yeah, right. There's a lot of
Edwards.
guys. Yeah.
Rashad.
They just signed Chris Weidman.
Well, they lost Brian Stan. He was terrific.
Stan was amazing.
Where did he go?
He got a
Into
job in
real
the
estate.
private sector.
He's in real estate. He left.
Man, what a fucking champion.
Yeah.
Stan,
Yeah.
such a goddamn.
I'd vote for him for president tomorrow.
Right.
Without even
Too.
hesitating.
Great guy.
I might be in trouble, but I'd still vote for him. He's just a great American.
Great American.
He must have had a really good offer to leave all that. I mean, not when I say leave all that, you just a commentating gig for the UFC and you're
Yeah.
traveling 300 days out of the year or some shit. Like
Yeah, right, and he's like a family man, and it's like security. Maybe this job is like, hey,
that.
You want-
UFC
you wanna
money,
know-
Unless your name's Joe Rogan, it's not great.
Well, what he
yeah,
said,
and it's TV stuff. You could just sort of lose it. If it's like this, you could just lose it.
what
You
he
gotta
said
go
at
get
the
something
time,
else, but you could lose
They
it.
gave him. It wasn't a CEO position, but it was a C something O, CF
Get
or
ownership,
CLO or something. And he kind of said or flat out said, "This is an opportunity for me to be really, really successful."
Yeah.
The UFC, this is as far as it's going to go. This is my chance to, and he can always come back.
And, but also they also he wasn't like the A team of the commentators
Right.
for them.
Right.
He,
Do you think he may have had a fundamental problem too with the direction since the WME takeover? I mean, that's total speculation. It's just it got weirder. It got.
I think a lot of guys struggle with that.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have been around the UFC for a long time now that they get this WME issue. It's just going a different direction. People are like, I don't really agree with that. So I think you're seeing a lot of guys kind of vent with that.
It's got to be weird to something you train so hard for, and they sort of decide to go a little bit of a different route. But and there's some people out there that can have a little bit of a cry about it. And it's going to be tough to be a super tough guy that somehow finds himself in a bit of a whining seat, not on purpose, but just by like, hey, the fuck is it that you guys think you're doing over here? Because I'm pretty good, and I don't see. But I also feel like politics in entertainment and sports is just that's what it is these days. Everybody gets like some sort of extra jump ahead that might not be that justified, and you're like, I feel like I see a different angle there that why that person gets jumped, and other people get held back for reasons that I don't know.
It's anything. Entertainment, politics.
I know, but it
sports.
never used to. It's sort of like Janis Joplin era to what it is now, because of how you should look good, you should dance, you should know some people.
100%.
You which really, we're talking about music, man, not
You're talking about entertainment.
I'm trying to say music is music, and now music is musical entertainment.
Correct,
which has taken away from what music really is, and same with fight, same with everything.
Separation's always been there for fighting and for music. The musicians, their job is to make their art, and you could be as good or bad at it as people like to, the consumer likes to believe. The fighter's job is to fight and to be as good of a fighter as possible. The UFC's job, it's not their job.
I know what Brandon's going to say. No, their job is to be entertaining as well now.
Their job is to sell tickets.
And that's not fair.
It doesn't work like that anymore. I agree with you, Mike. I wish it was that way, but there's guys like James Vick who's 9-1 and has won all these fights. There's a bunch of fighters. Damian Maia who won a ton of fights. And if they don't see them as marketable,
sure,
they're going to have a crazy road to get to that title shot.
But my point being is that the record labels have always been like that too. I mean, they can appreciate a guy who sings amazingly.
Yeah, but they've ruined it.
If Hot Chicks sells more records,
yeah, but
you better believe the record label's going to go with that. That's been the way it is since the recorded music began.
No, it hasn't. That's what I'm saying. No, when it started...
How many black guys were better than Elvis? But Elvis was Elvis.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, you went there.
Oh, wow. You're going to shit on the
How many amazing Delta blues artists were a million times better than Elvis?
Well, okay, I wasn't around for that one, but I still...
Tough on Ari because he moved his hips.
Yeah, and he was a super dime piece.
He's also a pioneer. Yeah.
I still feel like back then the music had not evolved into... people had not maxed out on how good you could be at music yet. I feel like there was a time... I feel like I don't think we've got that much better because the element of entertainment is now taken over. So it's not so much about the criticalness of the song. It's more about the whole visual package of everything. So I used Janis Joplin because I didn't think she was attractive. I didn't think she was very good at anything, but she was an amazing singer.
Look at Adele though, son. She's not easy on the eyes. She's killing it. There's some of those girls out there still, but for the most part, I agree with you. That's a bad point. I agree with you. With the UFC, their issue is they ride and die on superstars to sell pay-per-views. That's where they make their money on pay-per-views. The NFL, marketable Tom Brady is. All he has to do is win. He doesn't have to give a great promo after every game and go, "You're next, Chiefs." We don't want to see that. Yeah. All they do is have to take care of business and win.
See, that's what
get marketed. The UFC, boy, now that Conor McGregor got a hold of that mic, we want that. If you're not that and you're just winning, we can't have it.
See that it's for fighting, because I feel like fighting is one of the toughest sports that you can do. If not the toughest, yes. And in skateboarding, I felt like skateboarding was one of the toughest sports you could do. And if you got bigger than me, because street skating started to do that, you started to get popular and sell more stuff because you had an image, and I hated that. But is it life? Yes, it's fucking life. It's a fact. I swallowed the pill. But is it right? No, it's not right.
No.
It was fucking bullshit. There was a different there was a new wave of people, so it was not exactly the same. But for someone to be more popular than me in vert skating when I was where I was, because they fucking said something funny on the microphone that was funnier or more amusing than what I said, I'd be fucking pissed as I'm waking up in a fucking ambulance, man, like all the time, because that's what it takes to be at the level of, if you're a bull fucking rider or you're an MMA fighter or you're like a BMX skateboard supercross guy, you're waking up in the hospital all the time, and then you're gonna potentially wake up in the hospital and not be able to fight, race, ride again. And you didn't get that payday because you didn't have like a cool fucking ape tattoo on your chest. Like that's not fair. That's not fair.
It's absolutely unfair.
The only bad example of that is...
I'm just sticking up for the UFC in the sense that their only job... I mean, if they look at a fighter who is a 5-star fighter better than someone else in his division, but another guy's going to get more pay-per-views and more tickets sold, their only responsibility, that's their basic job, is to sell tickets and pay-per-views.
They're a business.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't you think if he just beats the best dude, we all buy the pay-per-view? Like, let's say Conor McGregor, let's say Tony Ferguson just fights Conor McGregor way back, or Khabib didn't get hurt. I'm not sure exactly which one dodged anything here. I feel like at one point if there really was a fight that could have happened, I don't think one of them was...
Tony fight April 7th.
Right, but there could have been a Ferguson Khabib, a fucking Conor Khabib fight ages ago.
Yeah.
Khabib was around.
Yeah.
Conor was around. You just have to make him do it.
I think everyone in this room will buy it of the better fighter.
I told Tully I'd buy a pay-per-view for... I mean, I guess because I'm more of a MMA fan, but all three of them I don't care who they fight. I'm watching it.
Connor's a bad example because he can fight his ass off. He has
Okay.
a once in a lifetime skill set.
Well, here's a really
He's a
good
bad example.
What's her
A
name?
better example would be Sage
Paige-
One-Shot or
Paige-
Paige Van Zandt.
right.
They look the part. They're tough. They're phenomenal fighters, but they don't possess the skills of a Tony Ferguson or Khabib or Conor McGregor.
Wait, I'll
But
give you.
they're pitching them and selling them like that.
Right. Okay.
Who do you think the UFC wanted to win in Ngannou versus Stipe?
Ngannou, for
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
Francis all day long.
So there you go.
And I'm gonna buy a pay-per-view if there's great fights, no matter what. I want for UFC wants my wife to watch it with me.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And my wife does not watch anyone with me.
I
Except
just-
for, you better fucking believe when Sinead O'Connor's singing and Connor's coming out, my wife's like, look at that guy. Oh,
Look,
yeah, okay, I'll sit around for this.
My only thing with any of it is when you get a guy that's the Bisping thing was not right at all. That one would. I just feel like no, Dan, you don't get that fight.
Yeah.
You just don't. I mean, it sounds great as a Dan Henderson fan. I'm like, oh, he could get the belt and knock out Bisping again, and I would be fucking pumped.
Yeah,
and this is his only chance, but he shouldn't fucking get that fight. There's a whole bunch of other people that should have got it. And when and those other people, like every time they touch somebody in there, shit breaks, dude. Like they're fucking gnarliest dudes ever.
It's tough to.
And they have to wait for Bisping to be like, fucking, I'm fighting Dave, I'm fucking fighting this guy, and I'd be if I was those dudes. Like, I think of Luke Rockhold. I don't really like Luke these days. He seems annoying to me, but I still think. You got hurt all that time. You had to watch Bisping fight these fucking bums that you would have killed, and then you fucking get handed Romero, who is I mean, it's him or that fucking Whitaker guy.
But they offered Luke numerous fights. He didn't want to take the fight. He thought he deserved more money, and he was a model, so he's doing that stuff.
When you say he was a model, is that more of like one of those things where you did get a modeling job and they did pay you? And you can use that to say to the UFC, I could leave and be a model, but they hired you one time because you're in the fucking UFC.
Correct.
Let's be fucking
you're
real
a model
here.
because you're one of the best fighters in the world. Have you ever been around a real model?
Look,
you don't look like.
Oh, okay,
Joe Ben
is a
model.
Joe Ben.
No,
No, he can't. Joe Ben is a
can't.
good friend of mine, and he told me that he's
love
not. He's like, I came here to be a model, but it turned out I was an MMA fighter, and then they hired me for this one gig because I'm an MMA fighter.
But that one gig was Versace.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Rockhold's with Ralph Lauren. He's with Prada. So.
All right.
But again, it's the same thing with the Ronda Rousey effect. Where remember she was hired for these movies because she was the badass who was undefeated. As soon as she got murked, Hollywood went, well, so you're not a real actress.
Yeah.
We'll hire a real actress. You're getting these gigs because you're undefeated badass. And they pulled everything.
The real downside is that you're now starting to see so many fighters artificially try to be the entertaining guy or gal in order to get to the Conor status.
That's
or
it. It's a little bit sad because I wish they didn't do that. I wish I don't feel like it's that bad of a look when you go above and beyond and you're a bit of a failure at it. I mean, you're an MMA fighter. I wasn't expecting you to come through anyway. It's more of a whoa, you actually are entertaining. Oh great, you're gonna call out the guy and do the thing. Dana 50. Like I'm like, oh my god, dude. There's nothing inside your brain. But I didn't sign up to see you hit the mic and be fucking awesome. I want to see you fight. Like
some guys are awesome at it.
You also can't blame the UFC entirely for that because nobody expects Tom Brady to trash talk people.
You don't have to.
But that's an established thing in boxing going back decades that you build up your value.
Look,
is the prototype for that. So it's not all the UFC.
Look, we've all known that because think about
UFC's
how long.
Rewarding those guys though. That's where when people go, well, I want to be Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
That's what I get if I can do this. All right, let me go to the drawing board, and they get the mic. And like, oh no, this isn't what you do.
That's why we should all bow at the altar of Rose Namajunas. I think that for her to be as beautiful as she is, and to go out of her way not to market herself as
You don't
anything
think that's a marketing ploy in itself?
I know.
Her not marketing is marketing.
I know.
You're right.
It's
Yeah.
like grunge isn't style. Well, no, grunge is a type.
Yeah.
When you go anti-fashion,
I
that would
would
be a
say-
type.
Yeah.
Why was
That shit that she said after she beat, I'm not anybody, I'm everybody. Like, come on.
That's all. That's all her. That's her way of marketing. And
Yep.
Maybe.
being outside.
I don't
the
think she
box.
just thought of that on the spot.
It's either way. It's
I think
a
it's
ballsy
I think
take.
it's cooler. because
like-
everybody else
yeah.
is trying to be Connor, and she picked her one, but don't act like she didn't pick one.
I'm just saying to be
You don't
that
think she
attractive.
shaved her head like 11 because Stranger Things is popping right now?
No, hey, okay, fuck you. She shaved her head way before
I
fucking
know,
Stranger
just
Things.
checking.
You motherfucker.
Just checking.
Okay, that's because I really like her, but
I love
look,
Rose.
when
I've
she
known
said
her
that,
forever,
I thought she's a Christian. She was reciting the verses in the Bible because that keep out of it. Don't listen to what that chick's saying to you at the weigh-ins. Like, good, say that shit to yourself in your mouth. Like, I thought she was cool, and then when she said that thing, I was like, that's just her
That's her way
little
of dealing with things,
way
yeah.
of dealing with it. Yeah,
We'll see in the rematch.
Yeah, we will.
I know.
That's the big one.
It is. It's sort of like the
Scares me.
Chris Weidman Spider 2 kind of thing.
Kind of.
Because
But Anderson was so much older still. Like his leg fell off, and then
I know, but I know that punch. It looked like she had her number, and it looked like she will forever. But I just feel like
I don't know about
Joanna maybe just had a bad.
I think
Something was wrong.
I love Rose, and I hope Rose wins. But I think Joanna is the best pound for pound female fighter.
But
I
she,
would
man,
swear.
she
But
showed
I think she overlooked
biscuit
Rose.
chin from
I think
hell.
I think she overlooked Rose and was like, "I'll get through this. Her strike is not."
It just seems so weird that that person, because she's been in here a couple times, overlook.
Rose
She
or
doesn't.
Joanna?
Joanna. She doesn't seem like she overlooks.
See, this is what's scary about Joanna. She keeps going, I had a bad cut. My nutritionist. I fired my dietitian.
Did she say what she said?
Yeah.
Okay.
She keeps talking about, I didn't cut weight right. That's what happened. And then my mind wasn't right. Rhonda said the same thing when she lost to Holly. I'm like, whoa, champions
really?
don't talk like that. You own it. Say, I messed up. I overlooked her. We'll see what's up in the rematch. Don't make excuses.
another
So
thing.
now when I see the excuse, I go, uh-oh. Oh, man, Rose might whoop her ass again.
That's another thing. Like, I hate to, kiss his ass because plenty of people already do it. That's another reason why Connor's badass. Is when Nate Diaz beat him, it was like immediate. He's like, I got to get back in there, work hard.
He was a better man tonight.
Better man tonight beat me, and I'm going to train, and
That's
you
how you
better
own it.
believe I'm going to fight him again. I'd fight him again tomorrow
That's
if I
how
could.
you own it.
Well,
That's
correct me
exactly
if my memory's wrong on this, but I think this ties into what we were just talking about. Joanna, I thought, put on some weird persona for herself that didn't really seem natural selling it because the fighters who talk shit make money. It's not enough to just win. You need to kind of mark yourself. I thought that she was a little bit more aggressive. I thought she was really trying to stop Rose in really dramatic fashion and maybe got out of her game plan a little bit because it's not enough for her to be the champion. She's got to be dramatic.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, you could
she-
be right. Maybe she felt the pressure to sell stuff more as a champion, and she's doing more interviews, stuff like that. When they make excuses like that, it was my dietitian. I didn't cut the right amount of weight. I was 14 pounds heavier going in. I'm like, hold up. You fought 15 professional fights. How many professional kickboxing fights? And
Yeah, I
you're
didn't-
complaining about the weight right
I
now?
didn't know she said that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, wasn't she in here before it saying that her weight was fine?
She's like,
Probably.
I was near death's door, so I fired them, and it's their fault. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
fuck.
don't do that.
I mean, that just looked like a. I don't know. I'm not in there, but it didn't look like it was the most amazing thing ever. And it looked like Joanna just sort of just sat there and got caught by it.
Well, she also started doing the Ronda talk of "I'm going to retire undefeated." Like her entire image of herself as a fighter was that
yeah.
she was going to be unblemished. Like she wasn't prepared
But
for
didn't-
you win some, you lose some.
Didn't she say that she's going? People saying that I was too cocky, and now I'm going to be even cockier and even meaner. Like that was her.
missed that.
Yeah, she was saying that. No. You think that was the mistake? I'll prove you wrong by being even more cocky. And
Did she have the sunglasses on when she said that?
I don't know.
That's when people get juiced up like that, though. They get like ahead of themselves. And you see, they throw their game plan out the window. I remember when Verdum got knocked out by Stipe. That was like he was in Brazil. Everyone was fucking going bonkers for him.
Like, chased
and he
after
just like ran.
Do you know? I heard that he chased him because somebody fought before on that card. That's his friend and got a fast knockout, and so he tried to make the knockout faster. So he chased after him.
I buy it. He's a lunatic.
I
Fabrizio's
don't know if I
insane.
buy that, but makes sense.
It's a
He's
crazy
an animal.
person.
He's a crazy
Well,
person.
they're all fuck. What do you mean? They all are.
They're all crazy.
The fuck you think that? They're all fucking crazy.
Fellas, much as I love this, I have to go to San Diego. I got to drive to San Diego.
You drive yourself?
Yeah, drive myself, man.
Impressive.
Thanks,
Still talk to the small people. I appreciate it.
Drive myself with my brother, man. I got stand up tonight.
All right.
Nice.
4 shows.
Is it all sold out?
Yes, it is, sir.
Well, then fuck off, everybody. Thanks, Brendan.
Thank you, guys.
Below the
I'm
belt.
very proud of you, dude. I mean,
Thanks, brother.
I'm older than you, but it's I'm not like saying it like I'm some sort of whiz. I'm just saying, proud of you, dude.
Thanks, brother.
You've done amazing
Appreciate it,
stuff.
man.
You've
Good
earned
stuff.
everything that's come your way, though. That's for sure. You worked your ass.
No, he
Thank
hasn't.
you,
But
guys.
I'm proud of
No,
you.
yeah. Definitely jump the front line.
We won't be back.
I'm the CM Punk of the fight.
That don't say. Reverse that before we take a break.
I
He is
actually
not.
work
He's a
my
great
ass
guy.
off.
All right, we'll be back.
Oh, good.
If we were
Sorry.
going to use it or not. Yeah. I saw you look at your and I was like,
Yeah,
okay, he told us we got 15
He said
more,
we're good.
so
All
yeah.
right, perfect.
Cool, bud. Take care.
Thanks, brother. You good, man? I haven't seen you at the store lately. You good?
I don't know how to get there without Sam hasn't been doing
You
those.
guys been doing the shows?
No, we've been doing them over at the Sycamore Tavern.
Oh, I did do it at
I want to do both there now.
Yeah.
I'll be around there.
Right.
Me and Mike are doing a thing up in Santa Barbara with Sam in 2 weeks.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Now you doing stand up? Nice, man.
Yeah, hopefully
Trying
some
it.
Vegas
Yeah.
dates. Yeah.
I
I haven't all get back to the store, but we're getting up other places.
That's
so.
good. As long as you're getting up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fun.
Totally.
Good to see you guys, man.
Yeah, likewise.
Take it easy, Brendan.
Yeah, brother. Good to see
Always
you,
a
man.
pleasure, man.
Yeah, I assume we're still live on YouTube. That Willow Smith thing, I was like, oh, so I'm saving that for a rainy day.
Can you not turn this on?
Is Willow the girl?
Yeah,
Okay.
they flipped the Will's the man, so the daughter's Willow. Jada's the wife, so Jaden's
Jaden.
the kid. Yeah, you see what they did there?
Sorry.
See what they did there?
There are cameras everywhere in here.
How far along is your work?
To do the beginning of August. We're actually, she told me yesterday it was 17 weeks, and I think the incubation is 40, so we're almost halfway there.
And a boy.
Yeah.
Are you finding out the sex, or are you gonna?
It's a girl, yeah.
Good for you, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. One of each. I'm
Yeah,
out.
kind of worked. Boy would have been easier, but I've kind of made my wife is, bless her heart, is really, really, really. My wife hates women, so
Yeah.
we're like really, really, really. I'm almost starting to be like, okay, well, she does get to be my princess a little bit. I understand we're not raising a princess. I understand she is going to be, you know.
And-
You gotta give her a little bit of a leash on the.
I don't know what it's like to raise a boy, but I will say there's a myriad of upside to little girls. They, all the stuff you miss out on, the aggression and the running into walls and shit, it just goes away. Like, girls just aren't like that, but they tend to be verbally advanced, and that has its own problems.
My dude is. I'm actually to be if I'm being honest, maybe I'm biased, whatever. I'm most concerned that my dude is he's just such a good kid. He's so nice and so fun to be around, and I'm just concerned that his sister's not going to be as cool, and eventually she's just going to figure out you like him better, because he's just
Likeable.
so good. He's just so nice, and he's really excited about having a sibling, and he really, really wants to be involved.
That's so
and
sweet.
it's really nice. He's telling us, he's like, when the baby's born, it's not going to know how to do anything. We're going to have to teach her how to do everything. It's really, 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 really nice.
It is. That is really impressive too.
So it's so different because I'm just in this full sprint mode of I got to bank up as much, I got to write as much as I can, so that I know if I'm going to be able to keep on getting up once a week or whatever and doing stand up, I'm probably not going to be writing a whole lot, so I should be writing like fucking crazy now. And maybe that's the time that I work on tuning shit, because I don't have the daytime or the mental capacity to be writing as much as I'm doing now. Everything is about just getting shit done.
Yeah, especially when you have two, I can't imagine.
But they're so far apart.
Yeah.
They're so far apart. We're just having one twice. I mean, he's pretty. He's 6. He'll be 6.5.
A perfect breakdown.
They're really he's already on the weekend. He'd rather if we just dropped him at his friend's house to play. He'd rather his friend comes over and they just run around in the yard. He doesn't take a whole lot of. I think whatever. I mean, this is I'm sure wishful thinking, but it seems like whatever maintenance he still requires, he will almost make up for in what small amount of maintenance he's able to contribute to his sister, particularly as they get older.
Right.
I have a 9-year-old with a 3-year-old, and it's just nice to know just the shit that I know that if you're at California Chicken and you're I really need to go to the bathroom, but I just put the kid in the high chair and I just got them set up, and oh my god, it's just Great, watch your sister. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 90 seconds. That's
That would be
awesome.
so awesome.
Yeah. I constantly see women at Target that are just, and I've never done it. I just want to be do you need to go? I'm a dad. I'll show you a picture of my kids. Do you need to go to the bathroom? Do you need anything? Do you need 60 seconds?
I hear you.
Do you need to send a text message? And I've never.
I said it to a lady at the dry cleaners the other day because I pulled up right as she pulled up, and I saw that she had a baby asleep in her car, and she's doing the.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you want me to stay here while you go into the dry cleaner?
Just make a run for it. Yeah. I did one time. A lady pulled up in front of my old house, and we had a fire hydrant in front, and she got her 2 kids out of their car seats and put them down. I was crossing over, and then I was like, "You can't park there. It's a hydrant." And she's like, "I was like, I'm a dad. I live there. You going to Jay's house? I know Jay. You walk your children across the street. We'll be waiting for you on the sidewalk. Move your car anywhere else." And she's like, "Okay." Because to put them back in and get them back out so you can move your car 15 feet.
Yeah, it's misery.
Yeah. So yeah, the Willow Smith thing, I did stand up and there was like nobody there, and this girl was talking about her job at rehab, and she's like, "Yes, it's all these like spoiled rich kids and $80,000 a month, and you know I have to sign an NDA, so I can't even tell you that Willow Smith's there because there was nobody there." And I went and found her afterwards, and I was just like, "Is that true?" And she's like, "Yeah, but don't tell anybody." I was like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'm on the radio."
Oh man, sucks. Nobody listens.
This show would be great. If
Right?
everybody listened
People,
to it.
I know, it'll be fucking huge.
I'm putting this out, Andrew. How much time? Hey, if you, I mean, if you want to, if there's somebody you want to put up, like, after this, or, like, at an, oh, no, I'm not going to put up anything now. You said it already. Too late. Okay. I mean, to be fair, last time,
Is it Will's news?
that I was reading, honestly.
Is it Will's news?
Yeah.
Anastasia Yankova in Bellator. Are you familiar?
What?
Anastasia Yankova from Bellator.
Yeah.
She's maybe the hottest MMA fighter in the new wave of hot chick MMA fighters.
She the one, the blonde one that wears a cowboy hat after she wins?
No, she's Russian and she's tatted up all over, and she colors her hair all funky. She's like kind of punk rock Russian, which is a weird. I know.
I don't know who that is. What the fuck?
I was blown away by her. Thank you.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. She wasn't tattooed, right? She just recently added that to her repertoire.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not even that familiar with her fighting. I know that she has a pretty impressive record, but she puts up pictures of herself in like lingerie. And I'm like, holy fuck! How are you an athlete? How are you not just a professional hot chick?
She has the photo where she's got the bashed out face and the pretty face on Instagram. The comparison thing, because she got really hooked up one time. Like her face is super plastered.
Whatever.
We are filthy, godforsaken animals. We're Vikings of radio, man.
Jason Ellis.
Yes, it is. Sorry,
Shit.
to scare everybody. A number of Swedish scientists.
Swedish people can't be trusted.
They got great fish, though.
Hey, wait, what?
Swedish
Okay, do they really have great meatballs? Because I would have felt like Italians would have good
Have you
meatballs.
not been to IKEA?
And they have meatballs at IKEA.
Yeah.
It's a different type of meatball
You
than
gotta
a,
put
than
them
a
together.
traditional Italian.
I'm confused as fuck.
It's
What's
good.
going on here?
It's in like brown gravy instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on the massages.
Wait, a Swedish meatball is a gravy meatball?
As opposed to like a red sauce.
Yeah,
meatball,
yeah,
or
yeah.
Like a savory meatball. Like
Yeah.
Italian,
Wait, you're saying that the meatball that's in the gravy is not a savory meatball?
It's more just like pedestrian flavored, but the gravy around it has a nice.
It's kind of like a
Yeah, I don't-
goulash type.
I don't think I've had a Swedish meatball.
It's good.
I had a friend that I called a Swedish meatball for like 25 years, but that's as close as I got.
How you doing, Jason?
Yeah, he hated it.
Anyway, this.
I called him Haagen-Dazs. He's like, it's not even Swedish. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Fuck you, Haagen-Dazs.
Anyway, these Swedish scientists are researching how to produce digital copies of people who are dead.
So that means what? I got virtual fucking dad in the living room or something?
You
Or?
plug, you plug the your brain into a computer and kind of reanimate yourself digitally.
Max Headroom.
Yeah. No.
Well, right, but once again, this is something that always comes up when we talk about these sorts of technology. If you make this of me, I don't know that you're doing it. I am dead. The thread is dead of me as myself. My kids can bring me back as like one of the Hall of Presidents guys who's like, nice to see you, children.
Yeah, which is what they're working on,
Looks
by the way.
like rain.
They are working on robotics also to go with this.
Look, as a guy who just got a painting in the mail, thanks to Phil Goodrich, who hooked me up with a really cool painting of 50 and me.
Painting.
Yeah, and that's as far as, I mean, it made me very, very sad for a second. And I don't need virtual 50 in the fucking corner. Like, the painting will do. You can't make me look at virtual 50. I don't, you know what I mean? That just sounds terrible. I don't want virtual fucking anybody dead in my house.
Right. With you. What about mummified? Because, no, I'm not making a joke. There's there's a photographer I follow who specializes in parts of South America and Africa where their mummifying is like a thing.
Yeah, but your face looks weird though, right?
You look like bone and ash, but they bring in...
Bone and ash?
I'll show you.
Wait, mummified. How's mummified? Now I'm confused. Mummified is not bone and ash. You're not ash.
It looks like...
You're like tight skin guy, right?
It looks like a burnt human.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be more into all my skin in a framed painting. You know what I mean? Like they do with those Japanese guys?
Yeah.
You need to see my fucking face. Jesus Christ. The kids don't need... Because it's all... like it's all mummified and shit.
Okay, but what
So
about
I'm not like...
stuffed like a squirrel?
You won't be able to do it. As soon as you don't have fur, you just don't look right when you get taxidermied. Taxidermied. Sorry. I don't have dyslexia.
Termidaxied.
Sorry.
Well, I guess the question is, if you want to remember people who have passed who were important to you, what would be the ideal way to do that? I just think
memories.
I think shooting lots of video while they're around.
Man, you watch it. I got dead people. I can't watch it, man. I can't watch my brother's videos. It's
like photograph in your house?
You can watch. I got photos of my brother in the house, and every now and then I'll look at it for a second. But if it's a video, you just like thrown back in there, and I don't. You know, like I don't want my when I die. I don't want my kids to watch videos of me over and over again and fucking relive the.
Right.
You just got to move on with your life. I don't know how else to put it. Like, it's not cold of me. Like, I think about it from time to time. But if I thought about it every day, it would fucking kill me, man.
How about this? You get a really tasteful oil portrait of yourself done, and then they just put in motion sensor eyeballs.
Oh, God!
Like a Scooby-Doo painting?
Yes, exactly. So when you're eating dinner, the eyes are just following you.
You know what? That would take the sad part out, for sure.
How about...
If there was a fucking a water painting of 50 and his eyes kept looking at me, it wouldn't make me sad. I'd just be like, God, that thing is so fucked up. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. 50 will not stop looking at me.
What I'm going to do is, while my kids are sleeping at night, they're going to haul in my stuffed carcass into their bedroom and just stand it up by the window. For when they wake up.
Is that what they... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, they didn't ask for that.
Right.
I feel like he's always watching us.
Surprise! And also, if it was an artificial intelligence thing, it would still be a thing in the best case scenario that thought it was you. It wouldn't be you. You know?
It's for them, it's not for you.
Speaking of artificial intelligence, some of the world's most famed scientists, including Stephen Hawking and Elon Musk, have warned us more than once about the virtual dangers of AI technology. And now, speaking at a conference in Lisbon, Portugal, Hawking told attendees that AI has enormous potential in tackling poverty and lethal diseases, but mankind has to have a way to control computers. And it's not just Stephen Hawking. The U.S. physicist, Professor Michio Kaku, it doesn't matter what a U.S. professor that's famous for being like this futurist guy, gave his take on artificial intelligence, which is good news and bad news. The good news is, he says, right now robots have the intelligence of a bug. Right now, our most advanced robots have the intelligence of a lobotomized, retarded cockroach. The bad news is, he says, as the decades go by, they will become as smart as a mouse, then a rat, then a cat, then a dog, and a monkey, and they might become dangerous or even replace humans. He says we need to put a chip in their brain to shut them off if they have murderous thoughts.
I'm for it. I'm for chips in the minds of computers.
Let's fight chips with chips.
Yep.
I think basically what they're saying, the smartest people on the subject are saying, look, there's no reason to worry about that kind of thing for 100 years.
And in the end, if it really gets to that, we will build machines that are made out of oil, engines, like hydraulics and shit, with no computers in it, like machines, like transformers and shit, but mechanical, made out of like monster truck shit. Fuel shit. Man shit.
Yeah,
Man versus fucking robots. Come on, cunt, let's see what you got.
We'll go all steampunk on them.
Yeah, we'll steampunk them.
Combustion engine.
Woo woo! Yeah, all aboard the fucking computer wrecking shop.
That's actually not a bad sci-fi movie where, some far in the future we invent the giant robots that we control their combustion engines.
Yep.
Fighting electronic
Yes.
machines with their AI.
It'd be like that Robots War show, except not sucky.
Oh, it'll still be sucky.
Yeah. We all know that Neanderthals.
That's me.
Cavemen.
Woo!
They were the.
Don't give up, Ellis.
Low brows of the human evolutionary chain.
Yeah.
Well, although they were primitive, they mastered fire and made tools, but they lacked the cognitive capacity needed for artistic expression.
Oh no.
Or did they?
Well, yeah, because I'm pretty artistic for Neanderthal.
Archaeologists are now saying they may have also been the first to show artistic expression because they've got these new studies of paintings that are in 3 Spanish caves, and archaeologists use this system to identify the age of the paintings, and they're about 64,000 years old, a time when Neanderthals were the only hominids that were around.
Boom.
So
smart Neanderthals.
Yeah, but horses can paint.
No,
okay,
no.
Okay, but these were paintings of hands and animals and geometric shapes.
Yeah, horse can't do
So
that.
horses, elephants, not so much.
Yeah, I love the little circle with your trunk, but come on. Let's be serious here.
Take back everything I ever said about Neanderthals.
Speaking of cavemen, often when we think of Jesus Christ...
Often do.
Yes. We think of him as being, fair skin, blue eyes, long
Do we really?
hair.
Does anybody still do that?
We don't really think that,
Everybody
do we?
still does that.
I think
yes.
of tan Pau Gasol.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Like a kind of a swarthy dude.
Right, like Ricky Rubio.
Yeah. Or like Johnny
Rico Suave,
Johnny
kind of.
Depp's character in Pirates movies. Like a swarthy, dark-skinned kind of.
Any number of guys drafted in the teens of the NBA first round.
Historian Joan Taylor has been digging deep into research and studying other people's research, even getting into the evolution of the depictions of Jesus and from the Bible itself, which refers to him as a Galilean Israelite, to work by forensic anthropologists who made a computer-generated image based on, time period proper skulls found in the region, etc.
He was a Neanderthal.
Also, styles. What was going on at the time? Did
He was a
long hair,
horse.
short hair, beards, what?
Skinny jeans.
No, he was not a horse.
Wait a second, they need to check the skulls? How much do people in Galilee change in the last 2,000 years?
Oh, you'd be surprised, Michael.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Their heads
Oh,
completely evolved into like...
Well, using all that information, piecing it together, we finally know what Jesus looks like.
Tom Cruise.
Don Cheadle.
A dick.
Oprah.
Here's what she's saying. About 5
The Hamburglar.
5 feet 5 inches tall.
It's not very powerful.
Slight but muscular build.
That's pretty powerful.
Jewish features.
Shalom.
Olive brown skin. Dark hair, brown eyes. With a short hair and beard, and this
So like Woody Allen on vacation.
No, here's the photograph.
A raw dog on vacation.
Describe this for the audience, because...
Fuck, it does look like raw dog.
It looks like something that would be on the FBI's most wanted list. I gotta be honest.
It looks like a guy who'd have trouble getting in the country.
Yeah.
It looks like...
there's a little bit of a Neanderthal element to it.
No, there isn't.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah, if this guy was wearing like one of those fur things that go across one shoulder and carrying a club, you wouldn't blink twice.
Look, Neanderthals are 64,000 years ago.
know.
Jesus is 2.
Who's the guy in Casino? In not Casino. Who's the guy that it's like Harry's wigs? You know, where he jumps in the pool and he comes out and the wig stays on.
Yeah.
And fucking they strangled the prick in the car. That's who he looks like.
I told you to get your money when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get your money.
I need my money. Yeah, he keeps haggling for money, and then they eventually
He
strangle.
looks like. Do you guys remember Superman 2 where Zod came down?
Of course.
General
He looks
Zod.
like General Zod's like burlier assistant, the bigger assistant guy.
Oh yeah. Right.
A little bit. Here's a headline you never want to read. Missing Center for Disease Control employee left work sick 10 days ago and hasn't been seen since.
Maybe a shark ate her.
That's the beginning of The Stand by Stephen King.
I think it's the beginning of a lot of I think Contagion, it's also kind of the thing.
So wait, she's like a monkey ate her?
No.
She's got unky.
No,
She gets
it's the Center for
No.
Disease Control.
So what happened
and they're
is
she's at home with a
she
monkey.
accidentally dropped a vial of the plague on the floor, and she knew that they were going to kill her to keep the plague from getting back out into the general population, so she ran, and she's off somewhere dying from the plague and spreading it to people who work at gas stations.
What a
She's
bitch.
coughing on a plane, and Dustin Hoffman's fucked.
That's
Right.
such a bitch, and that was a guy I thought that had that time. Yeah.
Well, Timothy
That's the monkey one.
Timothy Cunningham, who is a
Thank you, Captain.
commander in the Public Health Service, went to work on February 12th, left work saying he was feeling sick. No one's heard from him since. Police say
His
it's
penis explodes.
for him not to contact his family, and they also found his phone, wallet, car, and keys, as well as his dog at home.
He spontaneously combusted because he's a drummer.
Do you what do you think that most likely though? Maybe there's just foul play. not
Somebody
having
stole
to
him?
do with the fact that he.
Yeah, you wouldn't leave your dog. You might leave your car and your keys and your wallet, but you're not leaving your dog at the house.
So what do you think happened? Like a bear stole him and took him into the woods, or the mafia smoked him?
Oh, I think the bear theory is the one that the police are going on right now.
The Deep State took him out.
Deep
He knows
State?
too much.
Yeah,
Who's Deep State?
He knew something.
So the Deep State is, it started like with J. Edgar Hoover. It's like the state, we keep on electing new presidents and governors and senators and what have you, but there's all these people who are unelected who just like get their jobs and like to get appointed as the head of the FBI or something
Yeah.
like that, and at a certain point they become so entrenched that they are really in control, and when the president sits down on his first day and is like, so here's what I want to do, they go, no, you have a seat. Here's what we're going to do.
Oh,
Right.
They're the
no.
ones who are secretly running our government,
The people
according
in power,
to a new novel by Stephen Seagal.
the people in power that we see are just the
Really?
surface.
Oh, yeah. Somebody sent me a sweet link. I think it's going to be a whole game for the show.
Okay, good stuff.
Oh fuck
Yeah.
I wrote this book. I'm not gonna. I'm studying Aikido.
I was Bruce Lee.
I actually murdered 4 people to touch of death.
Remember that when he said he was Bruce Lee's friend, they caught him in the bullshit. You know that?
He also, I mean, essentially now has been caught in the bullshit that he trained Anderson Silva. You know,
Wait, did Anderson Silva finally say no?
yeah, he finally broke out. He's like,
See-
that guy's crazy.
Yeah, but he went along with it. I mean, to me, I don't forget those ones. I'm like, yeah, dude, I knew it back when he said it. I'm like, no, he didn't. I knew he didn't. And he told people that he did, and now he says he didn't.
Yeah.
Guy fucking tested twice for steroids. You broke my heart.
It's
Spider.
it's a little late. And that, no,
Yeah. Oh, now he's back. You son of a bitch, Spider.
But Judo Gene LaBelle did make him shit his pants, right? Like that, everyone can.
Oh no! If it's any story that doesn't mean that it's not good about Steven Seagal, it's probably true.
Okay.
It's the ones where he flew over everybody and saved lives. That's the one that's bullshit.
Can we get a list of provable lies from Steven Seagal? Because I feel like it's far more extensive than we're...
That's the next movie title, by the way. Provable Lies. Starts Wednesday. Let's play the Olympics version of Why All the Outrage. If you know the answer, don't say it.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Here's the
The penis came out.
He claimed he helped train CIA operatives as Steven Seagal. His ex-wife says not at all. He was never in the CIA. He said he claimed to be of Italian descent. He's actually half Jewish, half Irish. His last name is Jewish.
Yeah.
That just sort of gets lost in the sauce there.
He's also portrayed everything on screen.
Yeah. Brilliantly.
He's been an
Especially
American Indian.
My favorite is when he's Japanese.
He claims to speak 4 languages fluently. No one has been able to find any evidence of him speaking anything other than English.
And he pooped himself.
But wait, that's on the list?
I don't know how that made it.
That's not. How can
because Jean LaBelle, like that's a real story. Like a lot of people have corroborated that story. A lot of stuntmen that were on set.
Yeah. That's like the Richard Gere gerbil of.
Wait, why did he shit himself?
Jean LaBelle choked him. He claimed he's like, I can escape any.
Okay.
Is an archaic form of fighting. I can actually escape anything. And Jean LaBelle said, "You don't say that to me, because I will make your life hell. I will choke you to death."
Yeah.
Steven Seagal said, "Go ahead and put him in start in rear naked choke."
Oh wow!
Jean LaBelle squeezed a little. He shit his pants in front of everyone.
Like went out and shit his pants, and then woke up and had to walk off for shitting his pants. How much shit? Like, do people know there and then?
Point. I mean, was it a full load or was it just a squirt?
Yeah, because I mean, how do you know that? If you know that he shit his pants there and then that's like he went out and was like, like he heard his butt gurgle a shit into his pants.
God.
Or he was wearing like dolphin shorts.
Otherwise, how do you know?
Smell.
Stain.
Right, which means a lot of shit came out of his butt while he was unconscious. That. Yeah, when he got up and just went, I gotta get out.
I gotta go fight the Yakuza.
Excuse me, everyone.
I need to go authenticate some ancient swords.
Excuse me.
I gotta go speak some languages. Anyway, time to play. Why all the outrage? Yeah, if you know the answer, don't say it. Number 1. Social media erupted in outrage when figure skater Nicole Schott began performing her free skate performance at the Olympics last night.
Topless.
Shit herself.
Shaved head.
She used
blackface
music that was a theme song to an Oscar-winning film.
Hammer Smash Face by Cannibal Corpse.
No.
Yeah, I don't understand. A film, an Oscar film.
Yeah, she was using music.
The Color Purple.
She is German, and she was using the music from Schindler's List.
Oh.
Man, some people felt like nobody should be skating to Schindler's List music. But on the other hand, maybe it's a song she likes, so why wouldn't she?
Yeah, but why does a German like a Schindler's List movie song?
Well, is she of Jewish descent? Because that might be a triumphant.
Right.
But if she's not, that's really odd.
Yes. Odd is like...
part of a bigger show she's working on.
It's called Tilly.
I mean, because you would, knowing that there even could possibly be the tiniest bit of question mark behind anything you do in the Olympics, you just would avoid it.
Was this song really good without the movie attached to it? Is it that good of a song, or is
the
it?
soundtrack from Schindler's List was very powerful, but it was not something. It's not a.
Is it easy listening?
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
Then
and it wasn't like a standalone hit, like My Heart Will Go On.
No,
or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just a violin player.
So it's kind of like she just wanted to get away with playing Schindler's List because she's German.
I don't know.
I'm a little bit. I don't trust Germans, man.
All right, let's try this next one.
I've always said that their timeout has been way too short.
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah. Remember what you did? That was crazy. You guys are really into it too.
They're really into David Hasselhoff, like not ironic.
Yeah, that. Yes,
not at all.
Yeah, joke. What the fuck is that one?
The Berlin Wall coming down, maybe one of the biggest events, certainly in our lifetime, and he's the one they choose to sing right there on top of it.
And the French like Jerry Lewis. There's all kinds of things.
Jerry Lewis?
But he's a legend. I mean,
Jerry
what
Lewis
the
fuck,
is a
dude? Yeah.
Comedic legend. Like him or not.
Next up on Olympics version of Why All the Outrage, the Canadian women's hockey player Jocelyn Larocque won a silver medal at the Olympics. Social media erupted in outrage when she took the medal off.
Because she looked like a man.
No.
Because everybody on the team looked like a man.
Nope.
Steven Seagal said so.
Because she's not a man.
No, she apologized Friday for immediately taking off the silver medal that had just been draped around her neck.
She's allergic to silver.
No, she's a wolf.
She's a werewolf.
No, she
was itchy and jonesing for drugs and needed defense it.
She was gonna vomit immediately.
She was bummed because they lost to the U.S.
Yeah, no shit.
She, took her medal off as soon as they gave it to her because she was like pissed.
Yeah, fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
And everybody
Is it?
said,
I have no
Wait,
problem with
me neither. I back her. She was pissed.
Now, the Hollywood version of Why All the Outrage. I have, this is going to be a daily double using a photograph.
I'm sorry, real quick on that. Yeah. Really, I feel like one of the explicit appeals of the Olympics is you watch real amateur athletes who work their ass off for this, and you see not fake TV drama, real drama with real people, and that was an athlete's honest reaction to the moment.
I totally agree. It was a very honest reaction, but I also think that you can have a little bit of sportsmanship. And she was very upset, clearly, and I understand why she would be. She's worked her whole life toward this gold medal, and to lose to a team which, by all accounts, isn't as good as they are, I get it. But she can wait 10 minutes till she's not on camera, not in standing next to the team who beat her fair and square and act like a nanny boo boo. I'm a baby.
Should she have? Yeah.
Ooh.
Can I excuse her not doing that? I can.
That's probably one of the more interesting things that happened at the Winter Olympics, you know?
Aw. I mean, I didn't watch it, but aw.
What about that one chick who doesn't even belong there, who did the skiing half pipe and did no tricks?
That chick is fucking awesome.
Wait, what
She's
happened?
So awesome.
Who? What?
There's this girl, and there's a couple people doing this. She just happens to be American, but she's competing for Hungary. She basically just decided that she wanted to be in the Olympics, so she skis a little bit, and she found a country that doesn't really have a team.
And her grandparents are of Hungarian
Yeah. So that's something she's able to pull off legally, and she just went around the world. And it kind of seems like anytime there was like a really big event going on that all the really good people were at, she would just find another one that was going on, and she would place at it. And she got in the Olympics, and it's funny because she did her run and they televised it, and they the commentators yeah, she's taking it really safe here. She's she's
watch her start, Jason. It's hysterical. Look, she goes sideways. Look, like I'm not gonna fall. I'm going slow.
Wait, she's
that's her. This is her half pipe.
Wait, she started halfway down?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm better than her in the half pipe.
Watch.
Oh, she's trying to make it to the end.
Yeah.
This is what people do when you leave a half pipe on the mountain and tourists go down it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. Like, if you want to do that, great.
Well, her whole goal was she's just gonna be.
This is pretty wild, though.
I know.
Why'd you put that on TV? Just let her do it.
Committed to being.
Oh, 360.
No, it was an alley-oop, Michael. Doesn't count.
And all she talked about her process, and she said if I would go to these world events, these world tour events, as long as I didn't fall, the people who are really competing to win, inevitably one or two or three of them would fall, so I would score higher than them.
Did she get a medal?
I don't think
No,
so.
God, no.
That'd be great if at the end of it she just celebrated like...
She should. I mean, you made it to the bottom of the run. That's pretty much what you were trying to do.
You didn't fall off.
Yeah.
All right, again, we're playing Why the Outrage. Here's a photograph of Jennifer Lawrence and some other actors in London.
That's too much.
I left my glasses. I can't see
All
that.
right, here, you can take a look at it. It's Jennifer Lawrence. She's wearing a black dress. She's out on a rooftop or something in London with some other actors.
Yeah, I see.
What's the deal?
It's a photo of Jennifer Lawrence. She's at the Red Sparrow photo shoot in London. And
This is just another example of how out of touch Hollywood's elite are.
It's causing internet outrage!
Why? Is it not Jennifer Aniston?
Too much tatas?
It isn't, in fact, Jennifer Aniston. It's Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, sorry, whatever. I don't know who either one of them are.
It's being labeled as sexist.
Why?
Because she's wearing a revealing dress and all the men are all bundled up in scarves and coats.
Yeah, but show me your balls, Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
No one... She's not in Saudi Arabia. No one forced her to wear that. She chose to wear that.
Nobody's ever said that, Tully.
They are working on underwear where you can see ball cleavage.
Fuck, yeah.
She posted online, this is sexist, this is ridiculous, this is not feminism, overreacting about everything someone says or does, creating controversy over silly, innocuous things such as what I choose to wear or not wear is not moving us forward.
Agreed, lady.
Stop being silly!
She looks good, too.
I don't know who it is still.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do.
She's a pretty big star.
She's been in everything.
Oh, wait, is she the...
Hunger
yeah,
Games
okay, good.
and,
Yep. Hunger Games, say no more.
Yeah.
Too young for me.
I like your paper for this, Will. PNN, Pendarvis News Network.
That's right. It's got a little logo and everything.
You should start a magazine.
It's copyright 2018.
I
Although
noticed that.
all of this stuff is copyrighted by someone else. So. Indian surgeons.
Yeah. Oh, that's got to be. No offense to Indian surgeons, but out of all the surgeons I'd want to get surgery, I feel like India, less respect for life. So it's sort of like, yeah, your shit's pretty fucked up.
But there's
So
so
you're,
many
you're
people
probably
here.
gonna die,
No, I
and that's
think
and then you might be like left on a bed to die. I feel like that could happen there.
I think there's been
And I also-
long line of very famous, very able Indian surgeons.
I also feel that there is more of a chance of infection there.
Because all the cows.
No, it's got nothing to do with cows.
No, because of the feces in the street and stuff.
The cow feces in the street, no, because they're messy. They don't look like they like put things like neatly together. They feel. I
Like
feel
you
like
go
when
into the living room and like magazines.
no,
are piled
yes,
up
and I feel like
everywhere.
in the drawer, like the forks and stuff are all they're not on top of each other. They're all messy everywhere, which means they might not be that clean. There could be some germs on
Okay,
there.
well, I'll just-
That and there's still hundreds of millions of people there who wipe their butt with their hand.
Oh yeah, that one.
No,
I forgot about
running
that.
water in a huge amount of the country is a big deal.
Hopefully they would scrub after going to the bathroom.
Hopefully,
Yeah. Well, Indian surgeons.
Your insurance policy doesn't cover that.
right.
You got an HMO, sorry.
Yeah, the surgery we can do. Well, the scrubbing, no. Indian surgeons removed a brain tumor on Thursday. It's not the first time they did that. What makes this interesting is the surgery was 7 hours long and the tumor weighed 4 pounds.
Whoa.
Wait, 4 pounds inside your mind? That doesn't make any sense. Is it coming out of the side of his head?
They think it's the heaviest brain tumor ever recorded. Okay, well,
How much pressure
to
was on
answer
his...
that question, doctors said the tumor was so large it appeared as if he had two heads mounted on top of one another.
So it was coming out of his skull? Because I feel like if it was in your brain, it would squash your brain. It would eat your brain.
You can take a quick
Whoa!
gander at that.
Let me see.
There you go.
Wow, his tumor had hair.
I mean, I'm sorry, but he's an idiot. I mean, he let that go so far. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I doubt he had much choice. He might have been.
He's a shopkeeper.
You know, I called my doctor this morning because I keep hounding him about my prostate and how many antibiotics I have to take.
You think it's 4 pounds?
My prostate?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm not doing like full on. My peas are peeing, but I'm not getting the fucking pee that I used to get. And he's like, "Well, take it for 4 more days and then see how it goes." As in, and I'm like, "This is rough, dude." Like he's saying 4 more days, as in like, it sounds to me like what I'm taking is not doing what it's supposed to do. So now I have 4 more days of taking shit that is going to keep me from training.
And not do anything.
And not doing anything.
You should tell him that. You should call him back and say, "I don't think this is gonna."
I was telling
that's gonna
Catherine
happen
before the
4 days."
show, I'm definitely fucking freaked out. I feel like I've got colon cancer because if that prostate cancer, because that's what that is. That's what the sign is.
Everybody who gets older starts having prostate issues.
And I told you, dude, you gotta call Drew because Dr. Drew.
I don't need to bother that guy.
But on top of being a physician, he's an expert now in prostate issues because he had prostate cancer himself.
He's not putting his finger in my ass. I gotta go see him.
No, but he could certainly guide you in the right direction and give you the phone number of the people who are gonna tell you the real deal and not a guy who's gonna be like 4 more days.
All right.
I gotta pee all the time after I poop.
Thanks, Michael.
Not during?
During, and I'm like, okay, done. And I don't rush myself on the bowl. And then I'm like, okay, good, done. And then I get up and I'm like, now I have to pee?
Yeah.
Again?
I do vice versa oftentimes.
I also always have to pee when I brush my teeth. My point is, I think my prostate's getting weird too. I brought it up before and people just write to me and they go, dude, you're 40.
The important question that any doctor would ask is, do you pee a little bit more after you fart?
No. What?
No, but my back cracks.
Man, I wish my back would crack. I got all my shit is all locked up. He said I got like a massage and an adjustment, and my IT band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all out of whack because my sciatic nerve is fucked. And he's like, oftentimes antibiotics will cause that, which is once again another. I'm like, if I could just not take these, that'd be great. Do you need a prostate?
No, Drew doesn't have one.
Right on.
Just holding you back.
And he doesn't shoot loads because
Just weighing you down.
Oh.
But loads to the face, that's your thing, Jason.
Right. Thank you, Michael, once again. That's pretty much... My wife will leave me, because that's... I mean, she married me because I will not stop delivering loads to her face. Like anybody else that had sex with me.
It's like taking "Here you go, dear" away from Lycus.
Right. Thank you.
It's just an unarmed man.
Right.
you shoot ghost loads though.
He blows people up. You shoot loads on their face.
Thank you. Hey, it's loads on the face guy. Yep. That's me.
Andrew's showing us that the what you can get from not having a prostate is depression, dry orgasm, and shrunken penis. So you wouldn't mind any of those things,
We
right?
got some itches to give.
I'm not worried about the dick. I'm worried about depression, man. I can't get depressed.
I got some sad little dry balls.
I'm already depressed.
You look down at your penis and it's shrunken.
Man.
Bummer.
How much longer I want to do this shit?
Since last October, the Elk Grove Police Station has received about 20 butt dial emergency calls per day, which adds up to about 1,600 calls over the last 4 months. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Department has also been receiving the same calls, all from the same place. It's the
Somebody
people
should stop that asshole.
who fix your iPhone. It's an iPhone refurbishment facility.
What?
They said, the police say they've had cases where they had the dispatcher had to put somebody on hold to answer like some butt dial calls coming from this place while they try to triage like all the emergency calls coming in.
So, do we get to explode that place or what?
No, I mean they're working on the issue. You have that feature on your phone which you can activate or not activate, which is you hold down the button or click it 5 times, it sends an SOS message out, calls the police or whatever.
Oh, God. Just throw him
Wait, how do you
on.
deactivate that?
Yeah.
'Cause
I don't know. I mean, I know you can on my phone, but I don't know if...
Because since the last update, I'd say 1 out of every 5 times I look at my phone, it has a thing up like, "Oh, you need to make an emergency call? Okay, just hit this red button. We're on our way." And I'm like, "Oh, whoa, no."
Have you accidentally called?
No, I have not. But I'm constantly one step away from it.
Oh, I heard somebody talking one time, and I looked. Oh, my phone is on. I pick it up. Hello. Yes, is this an emergency? I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, wow. You
Oh,
did it.
Shit, they're onto me.
Yeah. They're right behind you.
They can hear what I'm doing. But I also did accidentally call one of the bosses in New York over 56 times in about a 30-minute period. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
On
were
the weekend.
you were a big butt dialer a few years ago.
Yeah, no, I got
He
my,
really was.
I got my butt in shape. I mean,
Yep,
I got my
in check.
fixed.
That's what you
I
want to
got my
say.
butt,
Yeah.
in check. Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner is the mother of everybody, right?
I don't know who she is.
She's the... Oh.
She's
I
the
don't
talented
keep up
smart
with
one, right?
He's the youngest.
I think she's the...
She is the black one.
There she is.
Yeah, the black one.
So, she posted on Twitter at 1:50 p.m. on February 21st. So, does anyone else not open Snapchat anymore? Or is it just me? Ugh, this is so sad. And Snapchat, it's been losing people to Instagram.
Snapchat
lately.
sue her.
But that tweet from Kylie Jenner didn't help, and after that one tweet went out, Snapchat stock closed down 6%, which wiped out about $1.3 billion in the company's market value.
It's the saddest news ever.
No, well, look, that's a lot of money to lose, but you have to remember a few things. Number one, they just did a redesign, which a lot of people don't like. A couple of banks have downgraded their stock, and Kylie Jenner is one of the people who was like a unpaid, I'm imagining, spokesperson for Snapchat. She got people on Snapchat, so if she's saying it's over, she's got a lot of influence in that one area.
I'm not famous, but it is. I mean, if you use Snapchat, you would know, because it sucks, and it never used to suck as bad. So that was to catch up with everybody else who's making their shit more entertaining, and then they somehow updated their shit to make it worse.
Right.
Because it is. There's no. I've never met anybody that has Snapchat that goes, "Oh, did you see the new update? So much better." It's confusing and it fucked it. And now Instagram has all the shit they have. You go, well, wait. If you're going to make it difficult, because they made it so weird, it's hard to post and see everyone's posts for a second or for a week. You're like, wait, what have they done exactly? Like, I figured it out now, and it's fucking stupid. But it took me fucking 2 weeks to figure out what they'd done. I didn't even know where my feed is.
I don't like the way all of these companies deal with posting, because if you post something to Instagram, for example, it will probably only go out to about 10% of your followers, and then if people react to it, then it will go out to more of your followers. But
is that what that is?
Yes,
Because
Facebook
sometimes
also
I get
has
like
algorithm.
10,000 likes, and sometimes I get like 500.
Yes, exactly. And it should just be, if you follow someone, you see all of their posts.
Yeah.
There should be no algorithm.
Right.
At the time it posts, it should post.
Right. Same thing with Facebook, all of those companies. You should just see what you want.
Oh, they
to
did
see.
that.
Well, but you know why they do that.
Why?
So their game is trying to make it as sticky as possible, to keep you addicted to it, and somewhere along the way they decided that while you think what you want is to see all the shit your friends post in the order they posted it, you actually spend far less time on Instagram and visit it less often when they do that. What makes you come back is when they do this bullshit.
Yes.
And they obviously, it's pretty impeccable. There's never been a business in the world that is better than like apps that are better at knowing exactly, forget what your customers say they want, this is what they do.
You gotta get instant
exactly.
Feedback,
Perfect data.
The mathematical objective feedback.
Yeah, Coke can do surveys. They can fucking see what people are doing on Instagram. Now, I think it's shitty too, but that's why they do it. Right or wrong.
It's why MTV doesn't play music. TBI. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says...
We got music and you guys get Kylie Jenner.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says it has obtained nude photos of a woman that investigators believe shows Nashville Mayor Megan Barry engaged in an affair with her former bodyguard.
Sick.
Yeah, no, if I was that's who you bang. You bang your bodyguard.
Both of them are married, and apparently they were meeting almost every morning in a cemetery.
It's so horny.
I don't. I'm just saying, this is what's happening. I think they're.
No one expects it there.
Sounds cold.
Just why did you take a photo of it? You're trying to be so private. Did you
I
need a
think
photo?
Someone snapped a photo of that.
No, I think she was like, "Hey, remember these?"
I think they got a hold of the police officer, former bodyguard's phone, and he had the naked photos in that, and now they're trying to get her phone. They have just security video of them going to the cemetery. Not doing anything.
Mine's Nashville pussy.
And Missouri Governor Eric Greitens, he was indicted yesterday afternoon on one felony count of invasion of privacy. The charge says the governor knowingly took a photograph of a woman in a state of full or partial nudity without her knowledge and consent.
No, they do that.
No, they say
Definitely not allowed to get caught.
They say it was taken in a place where a person would have reasonable expectation of privacy,
Right.
and that he transmitted the image so it could be accessed by a computer. And that's the part that makes it an actual felony, because they have different, levels of.
I was raped the other day and I didn't even know. I was talking about it on my podcast last night that will be up today, Ellis Chonics, about how I went to that swinger weekend thing the first couple of times before I realized that it was mainly old people. And
a lot of sagging balls.
fuck yeah. But it was it seemed like they were almost like bikey people. Like they didn't have any bikes in the parking lot, but they were real bikey kind of spirits. They're very free-spirited people, but a lot of them were really old, and we thought it was funny. Was drinking back when I was drinking. You get drunk and there are a bunch of old people walking around with their little peckers and big saggy titties or whatever, all look at you, look at your tattoos, and being really friendly, and I found it to be fun. I was having a good time. None of them were really, nobody was really that creepy, even though they were extremely creepy, because they weren't trying to hide it. And one lady was talking to me in the pool, and she was swimming around me and holding on to me, and I was like, I wasn't pushing her off. I wasn't. I would say I was flirting with her, and she was probably 60,
Oh, nice.
maybe 55, 57, 60, something like that. And you pick a pocket, doesn't matter. And she was fucking hammered, and I was laughing at her because she was like hanging off me. And we were spinning around in the middle of the pool. I was spinning her around, and she was like, "Woo!" And she just grabbed my dick and put it in her.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Hey, God, just do that." And I told Katie, and she's like, "What?" Like, don't like you can't let her do it. I'm like, I didn't let her do it. Like, she did it, and then I pulled it out, and I'm telling you. And that was the end of it. And she was like, "Yeah, stay away from her." And I'm like, "Okay, I will." And then I brought it up on the podcast last night, and it was me and 3 girls, and they were just like, "You got raped." And I'm like, "No, I didn't get. That's pretty gnarly. Just throw it like a." And she's like, "You did." I'm like, I get. I know, right? Because I just like I just said, like in a roundabout way.
Technically.
And you're technically, but you're there, and it wasn't like I was like, "Hey, get off me, lady, get off me," and then she put it in there. It was.
But that's not probably mentally scarring you,
No.
But it falls in the same category that I think a lot of women in their early 20s and teens, when they have sex, it was consensual in that you didn't say, "Hey, no, no, no," but they didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It fell into that category. Like, you definitely didn't want it, but...
Huh.
You didn't look at it as rape at the time because you weren't like, "No, please stop."
I jumped. I couldn't believe it went in the pool like that. I just didn't know that you could.
She must have been.
Yeah.
Really good at it. She's been practicing.
I think who knows what that thing was eating in underwater. I didn't get a good look at it. I just know that it was. Anyway.
Speaking of motorcycles,
Brendan Fraser said that he got sexually assaulted by a dude, and it like totally fucked the last 10 years of his life.
Really?
Brendan Fraser. Who's that?
Encino Man, George of the
Wait,
Jungle.
he died?
No, he said that some guy like grabbed his taint or something at some event like 10 years ago, and that he's basically he only talked about it recently because it just completely brain fucked him.
By former Hollywood Foreign Press president.
Yes, the Hollywood Foreign Press is the Golden Globes. Right.
Is that why he tried to make himself hideous for the last 10 years?
No, I think that's just nature.
Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
Not like that, though. That was an accelerated course.
He's in movies, and they make him look as handsome as possible in movies, and now he's older, and this is a snapshot.
He was pretty hot in the rock and roll movie.
The Mummy thing? Oh.
Airheads. Well, what he said is that he did a lot of pratfalls and shit like that, and they could throw him into walls, and he would do it, and that his body was broken. He said by the time he was making The Last Mummy, he was, like, taped together.
Oh,
so
wow.
That can accelerate the aging process.
He's a big fucking dude, too.
Yeah. Especially if he did a bunch of painkillers to survive it.
Exactly, right.
He must have. He made that monkey movie.
I saw him once at Disneyland. I was like, Jesus Christ, he's a big guy. He's a really big guy.
Okay.
You mentioned motorcycles. Harley Davidson's going to come out with an electronic one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Will it still sound like a Harley?
That's the important part.
Well, no, I'm just saying I like electric bikes. I just don't like that they don't make any sound, especially if you're in LA, because people need to hear you.
Yeah, they do.
That's my only thing with the electric bike. Yeah, but if you're in a Prius, you're in a fucking car. Like if you're in a electric bike, you sound like that when you come past people in LA. Fuck that, because the only way I would do that is if I'm always like me. I am not going to go me in between cars. I'm not going to be there. That's the end of it. You gotta have a sound. I had a scooter. Yeah. That was the thing that because it didn't have enough of a. You'd hear I had a meh, and people would go, oh, but that had to be near the window.
I saw you go over the hood of a car.
Yeah, you did.
Everything's
at the front of Swing House.
Everything's got to make a sound. If you've ever taken a kid for a bike ride when they're really little, just a Prius backing out of the driveway is very dangerous.
Yep. No doubt.
Wait, did you actually see me go over it?
Yeah.
Oh,
cool. I was standing right there, and cool. You went over with your backpack.
Yeah, the backpack saved me.
Yeah, you did a little somersault.
Yeah.
I remember that day, as a listener, and you came on the air. You were totally.
Yeah, it snapped.
It happened a minute before you went on the air.
Yeah, and it snapped the front wheel into the engine, so the bike wouldn't roll. So I grinded it across the street, and was like, here, just leave. I just left it there and ran in onto the radio. I literally just did a somersault, landed on my back, broke the computer, and was like, hey, you guys aren't gonna believe this.
Wait, is this video of the prototype? We'd be able to hear it, right?
Does it sound?
Let's find out.
Oh, fucking totally sounds. What do you mean it doesn't sound good?
Oh, that sounds like shit.
Those are emergency vehicles.
But is it both sounds?
Here she comes.
No, I think
Or does someone have a Harley around her?
somebody's got a Harley.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it.
That sounds like a Segway.
Yeah, not in Los Angeles at least.
Yeah, I mean, then.
There's some dangerous stuff that goes on here.
They tune cars all the time. They put in
Yeah.
artificial sound.
I know.
To make it so,
Yeah, they got. They'd be crazy not to, just for the safety precaution of it.
Reagan Chastain decided to try a challenge and jump out of her comfort zone since the last thing she liked in the world was
Bungee jumping.
distance running.
Oh,
She signed up for a marathon. She saw a lot of people who started the marathon but didn't finish it. She did. She finished the Seattle Marathon. She weighs 288 pounds.
Oh!
It wasn't until after the marathon that she learned she could have set a Guinness World Record, but you can't do that retroactively, so she may run another marathon. But this is the lady right here,
Let me see.
Reagan Chastain.
That is really impressive.
had she ever? Did she practice, or
She trained for a few weeks.
so she just
And
has it in her?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's really impressive mental strength.
Yeah, how sore is she?
Her
Oh, God.
knees, man. Her knees and ankles must feel.
I know. It'd be like you carrying another you on top of you.
Yeah, we couldn't do it.
Right. Biomedical scientists are saying, why clean up your house? It's only going to get dirty again.
What?
Dr. Claire Lanyon says consumers may be wasting money on antibacterial wipes and sprays because common germs can replicate themselves and grow and colonize to exactly the way they were in just 20 minutes if you leave one single cell left over on the countertop or
That's
whatever.
impressive, Jones.
20 minutes, it's back to the way it was.
Yes.
She
It
adds,
smells like lemons now.
cleaning up your house from top to bottom is kind of pointless because you can't actually remove all the bacteria, and nor would you want to because, you know, if you get a few pathogens in you, that's actually healthy for you. It helps build up your immune system. But if you still want to get rid of germs, bar of soap is more effective than antibacterial stuff because it contains ingredients that break down the cell walls. So it'll actually destroy the cells and get rid of the shit.
For once, my hippie wife is right.
Once,
And
huh?
all it takes is fucking one to fuel 99 harebrained theories.
I'm gonna be doing cupping and sound therapy and all this because she won't allow us to use
my
any
God.
type of soap, any type of laundry detergent that's real, any type of bleach. It's all
She's right.
essential oils and shit.
Oh, you have HIV here, take echinacea.
Yeah, one of my really good friends just bought a really expensive Russian magnetic device that sends magnetic waves through your body. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, no.
That shit totally works. You guys are haters. I'm always using magnetic.
Yeah.
Not really doing it. Sometimes there's ants in the house, and I'm like, "Why don't you use the spray thing?" It's like, "It's bad for the cats." I'm like, "Yeah, but the ants don't die unless you use the proper shit." It's like, "Yeah, but it could be the cat." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'll live with ants and cats. You win." We'll be back.
Thank you.
Bali volcano evacuates in fear. Volcano threatens to erupt.
Oh, Bali. Oh, I thought you were just dictating some of your fights. I thought you said barley volcano, and I was like, I have no
It's
idea.
my
what you-
fucking accent.
Did it erupt?
It's supposed to.
No shit.
I booked tickets for Mexico instead. I'm
It's
really
been-
glad I did.
It's been supposed to for a really long time, but now it's really going.
Katie just sent me some article on it.
But it's been.
I was literally like,
People were sending me articles about it's gonna erupt in November.
well, fuck no, I don't want to go.
But it's not. Where you go, it's like it's on the north side of the island, and then there's mountains, and then it's just getting in and out the airport could be a thing, but literally the lava would have to go uphill. It just can't be.
If I get fined if there was a volcano in Bali and I couldn't get out of Bali,
No.
then that would be awesome. I'd be be so pumped. I was just stuck in Bali. Fuck, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I
Volcano's just crazy over here.
I contemplated that. I mean, it was definitely
Being stuck in Bali?
a remote possibility. Yeah, no.
That would be a stiff decision too if the company was like, look, we have a really strict no lava policy. You're fucking out of here.
Yeah, exactly. They closed the airport, so nothing you can do. You can't get
in Bali in a crazy volcano state of emergency.
Well, yeah. And then there's, yeah, if there was lava fast approaching, that might change my mind.
What is Metallica doing on Monday? They posted this an hour ago.
Blowing our minds.
Totally.
Fuck you, lads.
Probably putting a trailer out for something.
It's a fucking gimmick. Everything's a goddamn gimmick. Those guys the management team is like, it's gonna be like, you get a new gift pack on Monday or something. You can buy
No,
new.
it's got to be at least as big as new album or like U.S. tour dates added or something.
Yeah, 2 of them. There you go.
Yeah, but you know it's big to do.
It better be big, or I'm gonna start flipping apart. Riots.
How does a song like YMCA just get stuck in your head when you have not heard it recently?
Amazing. I'd love a psychiatrist to explain.
Didn't think about it, didn't see it written anywhere, didn't see anything similar to it.
Makes no sense.
Right?
You want me to let Dave know that we got the boxes and stuff?
Do I want to what?
You want me to let Dave know that we got the box of Red Dragon stuff? It was a really nice package. Bunch of loot in there.
Oh, for us, right?
Mm-hmm. You want me to send him a note?
Yeah.
If I snag one of these club sodas.
We have other soda, tea, and coffee and stuff.
This is the ideal beverage. Carbonated water.
Do the soda stream.
I sure do. Love it.
Fun.
Like getting back to my hippie wife, she doesn't like that it's plastic bottles. She thinks that it's leaching.
Oh, that's
some
glass.
type of-
That's a glass
I
one.
gotta go on.
They're nice too because you can throw them in the dishwasher. Because you're supposed to hand wash all the plastic ones. But yeah, and they're pretty. They're kind of like
Sturdy.
ribbed, kind of. So it look really nice. Like I'll put them out on the table for
Okay,
the bottles. So it's like a nice. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think it's a little bit more expensive of a machine to get the one with the glass than the plastic. But I just like it because you can throw it on the dishwasher.
And I don't know. Who knows if she's right? Maybe I am
Yeah, there's all those.
growing
yeah.
man boobs from all the plastic.
Yeah. I
That's
just
why
got.
I have tits.
I have a Vitamix that I actually never used, but I got a card in the mail that apparently the year Vitamix I have, or whatever years they're making it that way, like little flecks of plastic can come off, and they're like, oh, it's the same stuff that you would get from the bottom of like a Teflon pan. So if you're fine with that, I'm like, yeah, no, send me the new blades. So I just like, even though I've literally never used it. I
It's
don't
weird
really
because like I think of like that as nonsense, but then at the same time I only use cast iron because I don't want the Teflon.
The Teflon, right.
Weird how you.
Yeah, no, it happens. I mean, my parents were poisoned by a metalworking company, and they both got cancer. Like, it was-
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was horrible. Like this, it was benzene. Like started.
You wanna do
They
the
had these containment,
cell,
like underground containment things. They were leaking, and it got into the groundwater. And my parents were in this office building right next door to this place, and my dad was the first one to get kidney cancer from it. And then it turned into like a cluster, and then there's like, you know, it's like yeah, it's horrible, but it's like that. There's truth to it, you know. Carcinogens.
You know, just
Yep.
working it out. Get those limbered up.
A little good mornings, couple good mornings for you.
This is the heaviest club I've ever seen.
That's what everybody says.
You snatch that, Andrew? You just come in and fucking.
Hour session.
So, Mike, how much were you deadlifting in that or your Instagram the other day?
Deadlift. It was
What
like
was it?
450 or something.
What, Jason? What were you
Squatting that?
I put one up squatting the other day, but it was only like 335. I have a bum knee, so I'm always reticent to go over like 315 has been my threshold, but I was like, I'll give it a shot.
Do you wrap it?
Is that?
You wrap it?
Probably should. I'm very minimalist though. I don't.
I just need the mental of some kind of sleep.
I used to not even wear belts and stuff. I think they do it. But I've always been. It's weird. Like just you can't gauge how your body's aligned. I've always been a good squatter. I never had a problem, even though I have like super skinny legs. But yeah, you're too tall. You're too tall. That's why like some of these world's strongest men are so impressive, because some, it used to be that they were all my height or shorter and stocky. Now these guys are like 6'9", they're still deadlifting 1,000 pounds.
So like in here.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
Yeah,
We're in teams.
we're in teams,
You pick a
but you
partner.
just pick a partner. If you pull your own name, pull another one.
Yeah, sure.
And then just pull this, and we'll go around. Kevin, Will, and I will be in. Bid intros, top right has the intro for the game.
Who's selling shit?
All of us.
Just pull whenever it's your turn, pull a name from here. If you get your own name, pull the next one, and then that's your partner of the product. Pigeon. No singing. Just like doing a live.
Sometimes the best things come from accidents, guys.
We'll find out in a minute. It's Jason Ellis. On Sirius
It would appear Britney Spears' ex Kevin Federline is seeking more child support from the woman with whom he had 2 sons.
Typical.
K-Fed currently gets $20,000 per month for their 2 sons. That amount was decided on during their divorce, which was before her Las Vegas residency, where she makes $475,000 per show. She reportedly made $15 million last year from her Planet Hollywood gig alone.
What a piece of shit he is. I mean, when you take money from somebody that you don't need it, you're just taking it because you hear that they've got more money.
Does he not need
That's
it,
the
though?
definition of a piece of shit. Wait, $20,000 a month? He needs more than that?
No, I'm just saying after
it's child support.
Right, but after marrying her, he has
Can tell I've been
definitely
divorced, right?
hampered in getting a job of his own. He's now, because of their marriage, he's kind of a laughing stock.
And his career was on fire before.
No, but he was a backup dancer. He was a professional dancer. So I'm just saying, it definitely...
Yeah. I mean, he's kept himself in shape. He's doing the work.
Yep.
No one will hire him because he had a baby with a giant star?
No one will hire him because he's Kevin Federline of the famous...
You're never been more wrong. He could have had a career if he actually made a fucking effort and didn't turn into a giant, fat, gave up on life slob. He might have got shit a little bit more together these days, but to put on 150 pounds, you're fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't tell me that you were just, I got 150 pounds of fat on me because all I'm doing is parenting.
I'm not saying
bullshit.
I'm not saying he deserves it. I'm not saying he is in the right. I'm simply pointing out that it definitely has harmed him in some way, right? Not as much as it's benefited him.
That's not child support.
That's not what child support is. But what about this? What about if one or both of their children, when they stay at mommy's house, eats chocolate ice cream dipped in 18 karat gold? And when they go to his house, they're like, "Where's my fucking gold ice cream?" And he's just like, either I don't give my child the same standard of living they're used to at mommy's house, or I bankrupt myself in the process.
Isn't that every divorced couple in America, though?
Wait, you're not really. You're just.
No.
Okay.
You know?
Maybe the kids are used to like
Okay,
maybe they buy cars and crash them on a daily
Okay,
basis.
$20,000 a month on the children. I live in Los Angeles, and my ex-wife gets enough, and that what he's getting is fucking insane amounts of money. Insane to anybody. Fuck anybody. $20,000 a month, and then you can still go to work. You know, my ex goes to work, dude. Fucking more hours than I do, and I pay her all the time. You pay everybody. Well, fucking. Dude, you want more money because you heard she got more money, and you're not her. You never were, and now you're trying to drag off her. That's a lawyers and one of the biggest problems with being divorced in this country is that you can do that. Especially once it's over, it's fucking over. I get the half of the divorce of the half when we got divorced. If I fucking win the lottery, you don't get half. Because if you win the lottery, I don't get half. So that's just straight up lawyers with their bullshit rules, how they've spun that, and that yes, you can do that. Because let's say the show got really big, my ex-wife can take it. That's not right.
It's not only this country; it's a state.
And
like spousal support.
Even if I gave my kids gold ice cream, you can't match me.
They should treat it like it's radiation. You know, like give the payments a half-life. You know, once you get to certain time away from the divorce, it halves. Once you get to a certain time away from that, it halves again.
Should just be the deal that was the deal. You know, I feel like it's an insane. It's once again, whoever said no. 10 years from now, the husband or the wife, the person who makes the most money, comes into some way more money. You're entitled for them to pay for a lawyer to fight to get some of it. That is fucking robbery on. There's nobody that can call me and say, what if? No, fuck you. That's illegal robbery. And I defend Brittany as much as I defend anybody who is the one that has to pay you. And then and then 10 years later, you want more because I made more. You're fucking insane.
I'll give you a what if. And this doesn't come up too often, but I think this is a legitimate what if. What if one partner is making money and keeping the household afloat while the other one is in law school? And then they get divorced, and then that person becomes a lawyer and becomes very successful. Well, they weren't getting through law school without somebody supporting them. There are instances where that happens, and I think that's slightly different.
That's what it's based on. That is what the laws are based on, is that scenario when it really, really should be not a one-size-fits-all kind of law, and it should be based on situation by situation.
I still don't think they should get the money on that scenario.
They should. Look, if you let's say you and this woman are both going to law school, and one of you has to drop out to take care of the kid because she became pregnant. Okay, then the one who drops out is giving up that livelihood that she would have had to take care of the children. And
But what about if her law school? What about if she wasn't that good of a lawyer and she wasn't going to make that much money?
Well, there's no way to know that.
Well, there's no way to know that she was guaranteed. You can't bank on that. I could have been an NBA fucking star. You can't say you weren't. So you can't say that.
I look.
But if you give up your livelihood and your career trajectory because you both.
Oh, you know what? You know what? If you got some crazy education, sure. Okay, sure. If you got some crazy education, and yes, you were in law school, and it looked like you had potential to be a successful person, then yeah, sure, you're right. But if you don't have all of that, and you're just a dude or a lady, then you don't get that at all. It's not on the cards.
Kevin, he was not going to get $20,000 a month doing anything if Britney Spears did.
We're talking about $20,000 a month. You guys know what that is? I don't think she pays taxes on it either.
Well, and more
he pays
importantly,
taxes on it.
He didn't subsidize her lifestyle when she was working but not making money for working yet for the thing that she now makes tons of money for. That's the big difference.
But it's not about any of that, because in the court's eyes, it's all about what's happening with the kids, and they can't have the kids like not eating lunch because
but we're talking about $20,000 a month, so there's no argument that you can say that you need more money for the kids. Because if I was a judge and Tully said, but Brittany makes gold flaked ice cream, I'm like, Yeah, that's really bad for children to spend like $10,000 on ice cream. So you shouldn't be doing that to them. She, I guess, has the money so she can fuck their brains, but I'm not going to let you fuck their brains.
Okay, but you also can't say that. I could go to a judge and say, look, she has them like going out and shopping and going to movies and Disneyland and trips to Paris.
20 grand.
And they hate to come over to my house because I have nothing for them.
20 grand. You have everything for them.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
The real sad part is that this absolutely would not be a story if the roles were reversed. I mean, how many guys in the NBA are dealing with that, from some baby mama they had before they were in the NBA?
I disagree. I think it would happen if it was two celebrities. I think that dude kind of made himself a household name. Sure, it had to do with her, but I don't know any other celebrity basketball player who's going out with another celebrity woman that wants more money when they found out that he got a new basketball deal. Because that would be news. I think the difference is here is it's not just because it's a woman, it's because we know who Kevin Federline is. He's a very famous, whether he's tragic or not, we all know who he is instantly.
Famous.
You don't have to think about it for a second.
You could also make the argument he almost killed her career. I mean, she was like America's pop princess.
She did, right.
When she started dating Kevin Federline, they were like, oh, wow, what's she doing with this fucking white trash goober? And then she almost kind of became...
Having kids didn't help her success. No. Going bonkers and shaving her head didn't help her success. Oh, actually,
I like that. Yeah.
Anyway, but I'm just saying he did not help her career at all. I think it shows amazing ability and shows what a fucking champion she is, that she can go completely off the fucking rails and then dig her way back, get in shape, get her kids in order, and fucking go get more. I didn't know she was making more money than ever. And you're gonna take some of that? Like, you're a fucking scumbag.
Probably not than ever, but
yeah, she's making that money despite him, despite him.
Yeah, like she's bounced back from being like she came back from the grave. Yeah. Think about it. We wrote her off. I mean, arguably, we can argue that when she broke up with him, that she went cuckoo. You can't. I wouldn't. You can't. When two people break up and go weird, you can't blame him. But
she's still not in charge of her finances. She's still in that conservatorship or whatever. So it's a weird situation, and I think it always will be for her.
What do you mean?
She doesn't control. Her dad and her lawyer control her salary and what she makes, and if she goes out on tour and all those details, because they don't trust her ability to make rational decisions financially.
And she's under 18, so...
Wait, what?
Yeah, why is someone making decisions for a grown woman?
She
agreed. Well, wait a minute, you don't know that for sure, right?
Well, I'm also under the... No, none of us knows any of this for sure, but I'm also under the impression that she's still kept in a protective bubble. She's definitely, and she's not the only celebrity for this, but I think if you get interviews with her, you don't just shoot the shit with Britney. Everything is totally, if you're going to talk to her, it's going to be completely pre-arranged and pre-scripted.
And when people do give conservatorships and they're over 18, they agree to it as well. And I think she probably is I'm not the most responsible person in this situation.
Well, you could also agree not to be in it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so
I think
it is her decision ultimately.
She went under whatever psychiatric hold, and then that started it, and then I think they got her under control so that she agreed to stay under that through her dad's.
You're making her sound like a psychopath still.
I think that's the concern, that she will fall back into that pit.
I feel really bad for her.
I disagree. I think that person has had a bumpy road and has had some low times, but I don't think that person is on the way to cracking again.
Oh, I didn't say that, but I do.
He did. Andrew's making it sound like the media thinks that she's 1 second away from popping again.
No, but Andrew's right that I do believe that conservatorship stuff started when she did have that meltdown.
Right.
When that was the impetus.
Car with the umbrella or whatever.
I mean, if we're being 100% honest here, she's not she doesn't have the most angelic voice in the world,
and she's not educated.
I don't think she ever did.
She's not a learned person.
I'm saying I don't want anything bad to happen to her, but I don't necessarily feel bad for her. I mean, she's in a pretty fucking sweet spot and we're skating by on
for
a little bit of
talent
she's got.
No, I mean, you can think about her hitting a car with an umbrella or shaving her head or whatever, but
she had a bad day.
How long ago was that?
All of us have had shit that we've gone through.
It's a fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know. All of us have had shit we've gone through. We've got our heart broken. We've broken hearts, whatever. And she's gone through the same shit, except she's done it on a private jet, so.
Well, yes, but she's done it on a private jet. But she's also done it under the scrutiny of millions and millions of people, and that's why I feel bad.
Yeah, and she's really young too. Like I feel like we've done stuff where we might have drunk and done drugs and had a big outburst, but nobody cared or watched, and it didn't get recorded, and you didn't get to see how fucking ridiculous you looked the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think there's a whole big thing that none of us understand. Like it, you know, like Wilt Wan, like yeah, because it's super hard to be Britney. You're rich, okay. You got a different bathroom and you got a different house and you got maids and help and all this other. Yes, that's crazy good, but you don't stop, and it sounds like you get told what to do all day, and then you got to tell your kids what to do the other part of the day. You know,
I think you're telling people what to do. Nobody's telling you what to do. You've seen any documentary where you've seen a famous, powerful person. They're calling the shots, man. Somebody might say, "Hey, can you? They want you to do this," but man, if they're just my toe hurts today, they're not doing it.
I mean, is she not performing every night or something?
Yeah, she's doing
3
those
times a week,
Vegas shows, right?
Okay, well that tells me that. I mean, there would be reports that she would be sucking because that's happened before.
Well,
so it tells me
she lip syncs.
Oh,
yeah, but she's not stumbling around or being fat, or she's running a tight ship. She looks good,
I saw
right?
it's serviceable,
right? Because I know if there was anything really bad or something sloppy, we'd all know because they'd be fucking posting it everywhere.
See, that's like a reality show I would watch. I would like if somebody was just documenting Britney's day-to-day.
Vegas show?
Yeah, like.
See, I reckon
she has those things she has to perform, but I mean, you get to that point, you're being paid like a god.
That's why I think she might be okay, because I think that people would love to do that, and there's probably offers, and she doesn't want to do it because I feel like if she wanted to, we'd see her.
Yeah.
I just don't think that she's like I don't want to do that because it's going to make me crack.
I think but
or maybe other people.
Will pointed out that I agree. She probably does have a million people. She probably has dozens of people that she just tells what to do. But I watched that Michael Jackson documentary, that This Is It, for the final one, and all I did was see him around a bunch of yes people, and he worked very hard to kind of pull that, and I felt even worse for him because of it, because none of those relationships were real.
That's what you get at that level. I mean, nobody tells you no at that level.
And I think
I've been
that's
with people
terrible.
who are less famous, but stars, and nobody tells them shit.
Right, and that's so empty. When you go home, you realize, I'm sure at some point you have that realization that none of these relationships are
No, you don't.
Are
You're
true
happy.
connections.
Everybody's telling you everything's great, and people want to believe that good things are true about them.
Look, there was a story about this very subject in the New York Post a year ago. The source talking to Page 6, for what that's worth, says, Britney just keeps working and working, and everybody around her gets paid. It's astonishing how hard she works, how well behaved she is now, but she still cannot make her decisions about her own finances or personal life without the approval of her conservators. Those are her dad and this attorney.
Listen, Elvis and Michael Jackson should have done the same thing. There's a long list of people in the entertainment industry that they're just, and there's nothing, not a knock against.
That doesn't sound hot, I'll tell you that.
It's all creepy. It feels
She really
she's
dropped off.
It feels like she's a walking zombie. She hits the stage, everybody gets paid.
Oh man,
that's really sad.
She's been sober for a couple years now. She's healthy. She's dating a handsome guy, model and personal trainer, Sam Ashgari. This is a year ago.
That's what I broke. I'm buff, bro.
What? Brittany, we go Hawaii, bro.
I mean, I
you
wish.
You pay.
Oh wow!
Look at my pics.
Oh, no. All right, we have a game we're gonna play. So here's the intro. Yeah.
All right. That explains it.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I gotta go buy a Matthew McConaughey.
Get some zit medication.
Only a link makes me feel this way.
So, the name of the game is you get a company, a thing, and you and 2 people to a team, and you sell it.
All right.
That's it.
So a product or a service, you don't know what that is until you
You get the piece of paper out of the bucket, and then you fucking sell it.
All right.
Are
Right?
you looking for a certain period of time? Or just sell till you run out of steam? Like 60 seconds?
I mean,
60 is a long time.
Jason and Will have really like mastered this on the dish ads. So if we're looking for that, it should be between like 30 and 60
Yeah,
seconds.
30 seconds is like a nice normal ad size.
Okay. All right.
It's going to cost you more for 60.
So you want a bed or no? Or just do it?
I would like a bed.
Sure. I would like a bed.
Okay, I'm not sure exactly what we're doing, so I'll go first.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so Tully's going to pull a name. That's going to be his partner, and then he'll pull a product or service.
So is the partner the hype man?
I think you decide,
just a
right?
partner.
Working in tandem.
Your partner.
Oh, good. My partner's Andrew.
All right.
This bed goes for 28 seconds.
A born speaker.
All right, so as soon as you read the product, it's go time.
Okay.
Start immediately as soon as you read the product.
Often confuse Andrew with Bill Clinton.
Ready, and... Andrew, let's all face it. There are going to be bad times in our lives. Things are going to go wrong. Who's going to let us know that the shit is going down? I'll tell you who. The emergency broadcast system.
Right, because when things are going bad, what you want to hear is sudden beeps, and then you know everything's going to be all right. And that's what the EBS brings you.
What I also like about it is that often it interrupts my favorite television programs to make an irritating noise for a reason that I'm still not entirely clear on.
And the best thing about the EBS is the warnings when they say this is not a drill, so that you actually know it's real and it's time to get your shit together.
Look how well it worked for Hawaii. EBS, it's the best.
I mean,
There you go.
I just want Andrew to
I'll
do one
take
by
one.
himself.
I know. I know.
I felt like Tully was carrying him just a little bit. A little bit.
Andrew does not get a partner in this game. New rule.
You can be your own partner.
New
Throw it to yourself.
If you
New rule, Andrew has no partner.
Well,
Wait, if
back
I-
to you, me.
Wait. No.
Wasn't expecting that.
I mean, Will's a cunt, but whatever.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, damn.
No, I actually saw Andrew's face go dark when you brought up this. Like, I don't think it's.
We're all having fun.
I don't think it's appropriate that you make jokes at Andrew. I think
Okay,
everyone else,
all
or
right.
might be. I might have been a part of it too. I think everyone else is in the
Well, I
clear.
mean, Will gets super offended if I ever make a joke, so fuck if he does that to me.
Okay.
For the love of God. Fucking dick.
Jeez
I think you guys should be partners on the next one.
Right?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
Fuck.
But if you do pick yourself,
30.
is that the case, or do you pick again?
You just put it back.
Okay.
My partner will be
It's YouTube, anybody. If anybody wants to check it out.
Kevin.
Fiddlesticks.
I'll show you the paper.
Also a cunt.
Oh,
Ready?
Okay.
fuck, man.
Hey, Kevin!
Yes, Will.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with my lipstick and my pocketbook and my loose change.
Have you considered shoving them up your butt?
I did, but I really need something that will hold all that stuff together yet say, I'm rich, bitch!
Have you heard of Gucci?
I have!
Buy that!
Okay, Gucci handbags, that's a great idea. It says, I'm rich, bitch!
Yeah, I'm
And it rhymes with coochie.
maybe both people should know what the product is from the start.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, we'll do it that way.
All right. Up next is who's going?
Catherine,
Oh.
do you want to take us?
Yeah,
take us
okay,
down
do
this?
it. I'll take pick a partner here. Pick.
Come on, man.
My partner is Jason Ellis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Product is. Okay. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Go.
There's nothing like breaking a sweat. It kicks up your endorphins, and it can help you lose weight and feel more confident about yourself. Am I right, Jason Ellis?
Totally. Boy, do I love to jog. It makes you happy, scientifically proven, and it helps my heels feel good.
That's right. Jogging can help your joints feel better, and it's one of the world's most old and counted on forms of exercise. They've been doing it since the Greeks.
I'm jogging right now.
That's right, Jason. We're both jogging.
We won easily.
Thinking about getting into power walking.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy all of these things.
Right? Yeah, we sold jogging.
I'll buy some jogging.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's right in front of me. I'll just go.
All right.
Come on, Kevin.
Okay.
You cheered up yet, Andrew, just in case it's you?
No, I'm good to go.
Let's see. Who do I got? Who do I got? And of course, I pick my fucking self.
Pick another one. Oh, the Andrew's allowed to pick himself.
It is Andrew.
Yeah!
All right, pep up, you salty cunt.
I don't like that word.
All right.
Woo!
Oh boy.
Okay.
Ready, set, go!
Andrew, I saw you eating this just the other day.
Right. I love dick. But what I love more than dick, you know what it is, Kevin, right?
Spots!
Right. Spotted dick, though.
You put them together, it's your favorite thing in the world. It combines dick and spots.
And it's not just for Americans, it's for British, too.
Low in
People.
calories. You can eat it with your mouth. You can eat it with your vagina. You can eat it with your butt. Spotted dick goes at any meal.
Right. Spotted dick. Oh.
I like the musical chairs element of this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know when the floor's gonna drop out from underneath.
Yeah, just gotta get that one line in.
Yeah, it's like
the music stops.
It's like ad pitching hot potato.
28 seconds of hell.
All right, so I guess that just leaves you, Andrew.
Please pick yourself.
Oh, it will. Oh, yep. Pick myself.
That's it! That's it! That's it! Yeah, it is!
Christ. Cunts. All of you.
I don't like that word.
Please be an ad for cunts.
And go!
Oh, you know what's great? Unfinished furniture. Because I really love sitting on Huff Hines unfinished furniture at my house. Nothing's better than just a fucking wood slate. Because who needs cushions? That's why whenever I need a piece of furniture, I go to Huff Hines unfinished furniture, you fucks. So, get some. Dicks.
Oh my god!
You didn't even throw it to yourself.
I can't throw to myself. I'm not playing two characters. Huff Hines finished. How long is his bed?
You want to take a walk or something?
Yeah, do you drink like a Coors or something?
Nope, I'm good.
Oh my.
I mean, you can't sell stuff to people and say that they're fucking dicks.
That's
You know, like, you know, when we do the dish commercials, if I started saying, hey, me and Will said you're a bunch of fucking dicks and you should get dish, we'd be in trouble. Someone would call me, finally. Oh, I got an idea.
Who's next?
I know how to get the VIP line.
Ellis, did you pull one?
I never
I
pulled.
didn't.
Yeah, go for it.
Andrew.
Yeah!
Yes.
Oh,
Here's your
man.
product.
You two will be selling the shit out.
We're going to sell the shit out of Playtex tampons. Hey, guys, you might not have a vagina, but if you do, you're going to want to plug it up from time to time. Am I right, Andrew?
Right, Jason. Whenever I see your soaping red vagina, you've got a tampon in it. And I know you only use one brand. Right?
When I started this commercial, I did not pretend that I was a lady.
Oh, well, but that's how I played it.
I was like, hey, when I'm a guy. I didn't go, hey, I've got like all right, let me try to.
2018, guys can have soaping red vagina.
Hey, ladies, sometimes, that time, I gotta plug it up, and when I do, I plug it up with, what's it?
Playtex vagina tampons for your vagina. It's absorbent. So if you got a real red mess down there, don't worry. Playtex will take care of it.
Jesus.
Red mess!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chunky too.
Oh!
God! The music stopped right on time.
Should have come in extra large and chunky.
What do tampons and Will have in common? They're both stuck-up cunts.
That's selling stuff. All right, who's next?
I guess I get the ball rolling again, and I will be selling along with Kevin.
Oh no!
Ooh.
And we will be advocating for
Okay.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I love more than putting on nail polish, it's taking off nail polish.
Ooh, yes, so satisfying.
I mean, I thought that color was going to work for me, but it turns out I'm a dumb cunt.
Plus, if you breathe deep during the removal process, those fumes will catch you a super sweet buzz.
That's right. I can get high and forget what a dumb cunt I am. Hoping that the flammable fumes will soon put me out of my misery.
That was good effort. It made me want to buy whatever that was.
That's drops for days. All right, I think it's my turn to choose here. Choose a partner.
All right.
Choose here, and I am with Kevin. Kevin Kraft. Here we go.
Ooh.
You ready?
You need to move this piece of paper around.
You rearrange your name just then.
Into your
sweet.
pocket.
Ready, take up.
There's nothing more rewarding than taking a giant shit, but you oftentimes have to wipe too much and then you get yourself a hemorrhoid. Am I right, Kevin?
Yep, I got a couple of those. Boy, do they suck.
And if I get a hemorrhoid, there's nowhere else to turn but Preparation H. I just throw a little bit on that hemorrhoid, and in days, it dissolves to nothing.
It is instantly soothing and cool on contact, and it silences the cries of my screaming hemorrhoids.
And unlike Andrew's soaping red cunt, I don't want my asshole to bleed.
Oh, God.
It's pretty solid. Hey.
Some nasty shit. Wow.
I'm done with high-priced hemorrhoid treatments.
Alright, this is my partner cup here. Alright. My partner is Will.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Alright.
I heard he's a cunt.
Wait, you can do
What's going around?
The most that word's been said in America.
the happiest Andrew's been all day.
Alright, I'm ready.
Have you ever had an ingrown hair that you just can't get out no matter how hard you dig in with a pin that you put under fire to sterilize it? You should go buy a CVS and pick yourself up a pair of CVS tweezers. They're not only good for picking out ingrown hairs, they're good for pinching people on the bus. You can also rip out all your eyebrows. You could poke it in your butthole for fun. CVS tweezers.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
He fucking CVS tweezered on the butt.
Hit the post.
God damn, he hit the post, son.
I'm buying one.
That was a vulgar display of commercial.
You ready, Andrew?
Let's go.
It's so much fun.
I have Tully.
Ah, damn it.
And I have you.
By the grace of God.
Go!
My herpes sores are really flaring up.
Yeah,
you know
they
what
look-
that means?
They look awful.
Right, I'm sorry I took my pants
I
off in
honestly
front of you.
can't believe that you got laid.
But luckily, I went to the doctor and got some Valtrex herpes medicine.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Yeah, you know I smeared that on my dick and my sores are gone.
Yeah, not to mention, it's delicious.
I've also put it on Kevin's mouth because he's got mouth herpes.
I saw a guy with that yesterday. I also ate his mouth. It was delicious.
We got to talk about your sexual
Cocks
preference.
and Valtrex.
Yeah, you're not feeling the post, Andrew. Sense that Tully was trying to close there. With
Always be closing.
cocks and scabs.
Oh, I got you, Jason.
Oh, babe.
All right. Are you ready to sell MasterCard?
Go!
Man, cash smells bad, it's covered in germs, and it fills my pockets. I wish there was a solution.
You know what's really good to chop up cocaine with, though?
MasterCard?
Yes, MasterCards!
Oh! It's
Not
the
only-
master of cocaine, too!
Not only can you buy cocaine with the card, you can chop it on after!
Oh, fuck. You know what? I'm taking
I'm
my
snorting
pants off.
cocaine right now! Mine's a 32!
I'm gonna do a handstand. Do a line off my taint.
I'm a fag! Sorry.
Nailed
I'm
it.
gay, I'm allowed to do that. That's on the post, though.
People forget that was their slogan for years.
Andrew?
I think Jason pulls.
Constantly. Andrew.
Hey! we're back.
Dynamic duo. Oh. We're selling hiccups, dude. Hey, guys, you ever get the hiccups?
I get them all the time, and there's only one thing you can do about them.
Suck a cock.
Well, that's one. I guess there are two things you can do about it. I just drink more water, but you go ahead and keep sucking.
New
that cock.
scary cock from Mattel. It's a cock that surprises you, so you get cured for the hiccups, and it goes down your throat to double cure the hiccups by being inside your holes in your neck. Fuck. Yeah, that's a bad idea. That's what happens when you get too many in a row. Go ahead, or is it time? Yeah.
Anybody?
Who's next?
I don't know.
Tully?
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll do.
If anybody wants to call the show, you can. 855-Ellis-41. We're going to leave soon. We got to go, and then you guys going to have the weekend by yourselves.
My partner is Jason, and we will be celebrity endorsers of
Can't see it in my glasses.
Trojan condoms.
Fuck yeah, man! You guys like to get laid, right?
Love getting laid.
Well, guess what? You don't want to have babies. Trust me. Am I right, Tully?
Oh, I speak from experience when I say I want none of those.
The only pain in the ass you want is a dick, and you can still get STDs in your ass.
But the problem is I don't have a huge cock. It's more like small to medium sized.
Put a rubber on it.
What kind of rubber, Jason?
Trojan.
Do I have to put it in my ass?
Nope.
Pro. Super pro.
It is my turn.
Catherine Wood.
Kevin!
All
Once
right.
again. You guys work well together. Come on, let's do it.
Fucking ready.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Bam!
I've got dogs, I've got cats, and they sure shit and piss, don't they?
Yeah, and they're always doing it on the floor. I wish there was some sort of alternative.
Well, for the kitty cats, they have this box, and you fill it with kitty litter, and it takes care of the poo-poo and pee-pee right there for you.
Oh, fuck yeah. Can I shit in that too?
I think so, and just make sure you don't get drunk and eat it.
Let's go ass to ass and shit in it together.
Let's use a butt-to-butt double dong.
Let's use mine. It's made out of a dead cat.
Oh, really?
I wish people could
Doesn't
see
it suck that you...
the absolute dead straight face that Mike had when he delivered the double dong. It's like you weren't even there. You were just saying the most offensive shit imaginable.
Dead behind the eyes. All right, who's next?
I like how you said, "Oh, really?" at the end, like you actually cared about what Kevin said.
I always care about what Kevin says.
I like you, Mike.
I got Catherine Wood as my partner.
Yeah.
And let's see what we'll be selling, Catherine Wood. Is that 2 or 1? Shit. Alright. We will be selling. There you go.
Yeah.
Blueberries, apples, bran. These
All
are
of
all
these
some
things
of
are what, Will?
Oh, those are kinds of muffins that you can eat with your mouth hole.
Oh man, too many people settle for donuts and croissants and other types of pastries. Muffins are the best!
It's the way to start off your day with a little bit of roughage and some fruit.
You know what I always say, eat a muffin, don't get a muffin top.
That's right. Muffins, they're delicious.
And nutritious.
Wow. I mean, they fucking talked over each other at the start, so you got to lose a point for that. But man, they hit them.
Almost.
I feel like these guys worked in radio in an era where you couldn't turn the commercials off during the break like they can nowadays.
Cameron, you've called the show. You want to do a commercial with Andrew? All right, Andrew.
Sure thing.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I realize you can't see
No,
it.
his name's not Sherlock.
You two will be selling fleshlights.
Go!
Cameron, I know you don't fuck, so here's a product for you. You're the cunt that doesn't fuck chicks, so you need a fleshlight. Good one. Anyway, fleshlights for those like Cameron that can't fuck.
I feel like you're an asshole, but you did beat Cameron. Even I mean, I thought you were supposed to work together, but he wasn't trying to help you. So.
Yeah, you really threw him for a loop when you just called him a virgin right off the bat.
I know you don't fuck, but
Hey, it's tough to sell condoms and your co-host doesn't fuck. And that's how you start the
I was
conversation.
hoping he'd roll with the I fuck fleshlights.
Anybody else would like to sell things with Andrew while he calls you a cunt? We've got about 8 minutes left.
Yeah, right. Dustin, you want to sell stuff with Andrew?
All right.
Full product.
Dustin, you and Andrew are going to be promoting Q-tips.
And Andrew, you're going to be really nice to Dustin.
All right, Dustin, you go ahead and start first.
Go.
Right, because Q-tips, they get that shit out of your ears called earwax. And they're really pleasant if you've just taken a shower and stick it in there. I'm going to ask you to also Q-tip your dick hole, Dustin, because it stinks.
I said you're supposed to be nice to him.
Just a medical
How
remedy.
How is stinky dick hole a fucking a compliment?
Wait, also, if he stinks, how do you know it's his dick hole?
He doesn't have his pants on.
Can you be nice to anybody? Because you're very mean.
Could have been his anus.
You want to try again, Dustin? Because I'm not sure if Andrew's actually capable of doing 30 seconds of nice.
Maybe it's the product that's throwing him.
Maybe it's you, Will, after your very mean comments. It seems to have thrown this whole bit into a little bit of a travesty, if you ask me. I apologize for the negative vibes that anybody's catching on the show right now.
Dustin, how do you feel about Chiquita bananas?
All right, here we go.
Dustin, you know what goes well with an ice cream sundae? That's right, because a banana offers some potassium in the midst of that dairy, and just because you're lactose intolerant doesn't mean you can't enjoy a banana split sundae.
Wait a minute. You said he's lactose intolerant?
Yes.
I said be nice to him.
I'm not placing judgment on that.
That's exactly what you just did.
And just because he's lactose intolerant does mean he can't enjoy it. But it doesn't matter if you put fruit in there.
All right, Dustin, we're going to do another one.
Wow. I'm really sorry to Craig Ferguson if we keep going, because I'm not leaving until this is done.
Rubber gloves.
Go.
Dustin, you know what I like to fuck? Vaseline-filled rubber gloves. You ever done that? Well, I haven't been to prison. I just do it on my downtime. Can't go home without them.
Yes!
Okay, thanks, Ange. Thank you, Dustin.
Man, I would listen to the Dustin and Andrew podcast.
What about the Will and Andrew podcast? Because Will, you want to sell something with Andrew? Everybody wants to sell something with Andrew.
Selling with Andrew.
Stealing the show once again.
Let's sell the Will, it's who I'm doing with. The library.
Here we go.
Will, can you read?
Okay.
Wait, come on.
Okay. I mean, the same thing still applies. I'm not sure if you forgot. Still trying to be nice to your co-host when you're selling the product. Sorry, Will. He's
next. So do we go to a new one? Do you
yes.
want the library?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna do U-Haul packing peanuts.
Here we go.
Just because you've been evicted, Will, doesn't mean you shouldn't.
What the fuck, dude? He's homeless.
He's moving.
They just can't.
You said he's evicted.
Right, yeah. You should work on that, Will. Alright, you want to do a new
I don't
one?
think this is Will's problem.
Well, you failed on your rent payments, and so you've been evicted in this bit.
I think you need to keep picking new products. Maybe just pick a different opening line.
No, I like him, how he has to find a new way to be insulting to a stranger.
I like certainly Andrew as well.
I already did that one.
Does it make any difference?
Alright, halitosis.
No.
Here we go.
How am I going to be nice with halitosis? Will, my breath stinks. Luckily, yours doesn't.
Wow. 10 minutes later.
I have halitosis. It's a medical condition. You should look into it. Because,
Why?
Because we make out, and therefore your breath smells like halitosis.
He can't do it. He can't do
It's
it.
impossible.
That's insane.
Andrew's just so salty today.
Was this going on before you came in here?
I think so.
No.
Maybe a little bit for the last couple of years.
I wonder why I used that word earlier to describe you. Let's do another one.
Wait, what? Years or salt or?
Another caller. Let's play.
Nobody's calling this. Nobody's listening to this shit.
Radio Twister.
Worst show on Faction Talk. Number what rank? How many shows is on?
We're number 8 now
Right.
out of 7 shows.
There you go. 855 Ellis 41 if you want to call and do a commercial with Andrew. Nobody's calling. Nobody wants to do anything.
Yeah.
I'll do one with you.
Okay.
Not lonely.
We're gonna do pressed wood.
Oh.
Go. Wait.
Puh! This non-pressed wood is disgusting.
Right, when you're taking a bite out of particle board, you got to be happy it's pressed together.
Tell me about the
Wood.
pressing process, Andrew.
Well, you take 2 big metal things, and then you shove some wood in the middle of it, and you squeeze them together.
But wouldn't that just make paper?
No, that makes press wood. Press wood is actually... Paper's a type of press wood. It's probably going to get splinters, so don't fuck press wood.
Oh. Wow, amazing.
Paper's a kind of pressed wood.
Wes, you want to do a commercial with Andrew?
Learn something new every day.
Come on, Wes.
All right, Wes, we are doing the Pottery Barn. Hey, Wes, I know you like to spend your weekends going to the Pottery Barn.
Sick burn.
Right, because they're lonely and you're not. Right, so when you go to the Pottery Barn, not only can you get a nice chair, Wes finds chicks to fuck. I hope you take care of these single mom's kids. That would be depressing if you didn't.
Wow!
Wait, what are we selling?
Darkness.
Depression. Darkness.
Like that was
Misery.
inspired by real life events. Did someone break your heart at the Pottery Barn?
Can you get happy?
Yes,
That is
I'm
a
pumped.
Country
For
song.
Post-it notes.
He's just doing the commercial without anybody. He's just going. Hey, Tyler, good luck.
Tyler, do you forget things? Like when the last time you made an alimony payment was?
Okay, dude.
Now he's not saying alimony.
That's just about enough out of you.
Good thing it's Friday.
Can we do one where you throw it to yourself so you have to be like, what do you think, Andrew? Well, Andrew. I would like to see you just get in a burn loop with
He
yourself.
might get into a fight with himself.
Yeah. Those are fighting words. Oh yeah, pussy.
Shut up, cunt.
Throw the first punch. I dare you.
No, you are. No, you are. That's where it's gonna lock up.
Dopey cunt.
Go.
Andrew, when was the last time you went to Radio Shack? Well, I haven't been in a while, you dumb shit, because they've all closed. Well, guess what? Radio Shack Online still exists. Well, I do need a new computer because you shithead broke your last one. All right, well then you should visit the Radio Shack. I will visit the Radio Shack. RadioShack.com for you dummies that haven't caught on is what I'm promoting. Thanks, Andrew. I'll go to RadioShack.com.
Oh boy.
Don't die.
That sounded insane.
It's amazing. Oh, God.
All right, everyone, have a fantastic weekend and,
too, dude.
and all that fun.
You too, man.
I hope you feel better, Jason. I really do.
Thanks.
You just heading back west?
Yeah.
How is that this time of day?
What's that?
How is that this time of day?
Not ideal, but not horrible. I mean, I know people that like